Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have my three friends. We are missing two. Hannah and Amy will not be able to be here tonight. They may end up popping on at some point. It just depends. But they have family in, and so they weren't able to join us, which is really sad. But I am thankful because I do still have these three wonderful women. I have Jules and Sam, who are on Team Hunter. So, all right, it's fine. And then I have my lovely co-host, Katie, and we are Team Turkey for those that are a part of the Readathon. And so we're just excited. We were just talking about, we're just happy to just see people and to just be here, and the craziness of Thanksgiving, which I don't know if you ladies are like I am, but I always, I think about Thanksgiving. But after Halloween, it's Christmas for me, right? I already decorated. We all know this. I talk about it all the time. But I forget how draining Thanksgiving can also be. For it only being one day, I'm always at the end of it, I'm like, I'm done. And I'm like, I don't even do anything. I literally cooked a green bean casserole. That was all I did. But I was like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I hear you.
So, Jules, how have you been?
Do what?
How have you been?
Well, I'm still trying to recover from jet lag from going to Ireland.
Yeah, okay, rub it in. It's fine.
It's been 2 weeks. I keep saying, I'm like, so I was jet lagged that first week, and then my mom started doing some crazy stuff. So, she has Alzheimer's, and so we're just kind of going through a new phase. And so I'm just not getting any sleep from that. And it's just, I'm just so tired, literally having a newborn baby, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
And so just she started doing this thing where she's knocking on the door all night, and banging on the door.
Oh man.
So it's literally like living in a haunted house. You just be dead asleep and then you just hear bang, bang, bang. And I'm like, what is happening? Yeah. So I didn't never really recovered from the jet lag, and then went right into being up several times a night, every night. And so, yeah, I'm still trying to acclimate to that. But other than that, and so I haven't had a lot of time to work on the vlog. I've got it started, but I'm like, it'll get out sometime. Y'all will see it sometime, I promise. But yeah, other than that, we're just out here being tired.
I love it. And I was thinking, at first, whenever we were starting the readathon, I was like, did I pick the terrible time to do this? Because we did have someone on our team today who was like, I haven't had any time to read. I'm just going to go ahead and bow out. And I was like, I totally get it, because it's a crazy weekend. But then I was like, you know what? I may not have been able to do any reading for Thanksgiving. But I'm at that point where I'm like, I'm ready to just zone out in a book. I think it was a good time for it, And
I actually did get some reading done. So I've actually completed two and a half books. So,
wow.
And one of them wasn't even on my TBR. I listened to it when I was cooking.
Yeah.
Once I left the house, I could not get any reading done. But yeah, I listened to a quick cozy mystery while I was doing, my cooking. And then once we left, then I couldn't read, but then I did yesterday and today. So
yeah, it's been the perfect, almost the perfect weekend for that. I was telling the ladies that okay, hold on. I tried 5 sentences all at the same time. My husband, Cody, went hunting. And so he was here for Thanksgiving, but then he was gone. And so I figured, well, how about Piper and I go and we stay with my parents, because that's where we're doing Thanksgiving anyways. And that is always just a riot. It's just, mayhem. And then my brother and his wife were there too. And so it's just a full house. And I was like, I won't get any reading done here. Because as much as my mom is a reader, no one else really is, and so it was just all sorts of stuff. Plus I'm working on some different videos for later in the month of December. And so I was like, yeah, okay, I didn't get a ton of reading done, but I was able to listen to a book. But then I realized I finished a book and I was like, what happened? I think I zoned out for the last hour of it.
I did. The same thing though. I actually did the book I just finished. I was like, did I really understand what I just read? Because I was listening to it, and I think I had a lot same things just going through your brain and doing the different things. I was like, what happened? I think I missed half that book.
I did that too.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. But I'll do that even if I'm just eyeball reading as well.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
oh, same.
wait, I'm already in like a couple chapters in and I didn't
I
even
don't know what
notice.
happened. Yeah.
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 Well, Katie, how are you and how have things been with you?
It's been good. Tiring, but
Yeah.
good. Just getting stuff ready for Bookmas has been a lot, as well as I officially hit over 15,000 words in my novel. I hope to get to 20,000
Congrats.
by like the mid of December. So
wow, that's amazing though. Congratulations. Wow.
So I did finish 2 books, but technically I started them before the readathon, so I don't know if I can really count those. So
this is like such a loosey-goosey little readathon. I don't care. People are like, "Can I do this?" I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah, that's the way I am too. It's like, it's fine.
Yeah, which we have a couple of them who they submitted books right away, and they were like, "Yeah, so I'm a really slow reader, and so I started this one at like the beginning of November, and I'm like, it's fine as long as you're not coming in with like, so I read 25 books in November, and I'm going to put them all in here,
Yeah.
But I don't care. It's all fun and games. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Sam, how are you?
I'm doing good. I am very tired.
We're all tired. We're just tired over here.
Yes. I think that's everyone.
Yeah, but I have been in the worst reading slump that I have been since I got back into reading like 3 years ago. October and November, I barely finished any books.
Yeah.
And then I've been working because so all I do is like small business stuff, which I could list all the things I do, but it's a lot. But I'm self-employed. And so this is a crazy time. Today I had a vendor event. But I've been listening to audiobooks that I didn't finish in October and November, and I finally finished some books.
There you go.
And then I started listening to new books, and then I finished them, and I'm like, this has been so nice. So yeah, I'm almost finished my second book for the readathon, which felt just like, it just felt so nice after 2 months of just not reading a lot to get back into it, even though like my physical TBR is crazy, and I'm like, I'm just gonna listen to random audiobooks that I find right now.
Absolutely.
Sometimes that's the best thing to do is just find, if you're in like a slump of some kind, like just pick something up and see what happens.
And the worst part has been like, I guess is not the worst part, but like I've been getting all of these like 5-star reads. I'm like, where is this coming from? And then I have a book club that I host, and our discussion is on Monday. And I am not even close to finishing that book.
Oh, goodness. Wow. I feel like that's me, though. I get it. Yeah. Is that what you're going to be reading tonight?
Yeah, I hope so. I don't know. I've been listening to a different audiobook that I'm almost done with while I'm cleaning up everything from creating. And so I might finish that one. Worst case scenario. Sorry, I'm like all over the place right now. Worst case scenario for Quicksilver, which is my book club pick, I have the audio. So if I need to listen to the audio all day tomorrow and all day Monday, I will do that.
There you go. Yeah, I realized I looked at my book Mori, and it has my calendar, and it'll show me like when I've read things and when I finished. Guys, I've only read 4 books this month. That is for me, like I'm like, that's really bad, because I would, usually I'm like, I'd always have a book going, but I don't know if it's because of like this time of year, and like my head is constantly full of like, I have so much stuff that we're having to do in general, because of course I have like this channel, but then I have my savings channel, and that's like a whole thing. And then that one, I actually had to get stuff ready for Black Friday. So it's like, why? I don't know. I was like, you know what? Let's do a readathon at the same time when you're also crazy busy with your other channel. Why not?
That's literally, Matt was like, my husband was like, so like, are you done for the night? I'm like, I have sprints tonight because I have a whole readathon I'm doing. And he's like, why did you do that? Small business, like Black Friday to Cyber Monday is your busiest time for the last 5 years. I'm like, yeah, I know.
You're like, I got this.
Just add to it. I'd rather go through all the craziness now and then be done at the end and be like, look it, I survived.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah, I was looking at I did like this special thing which will make absolutely zero sense to any of you guys because y'all don't do the saving stuff. Sam, you kind of looked into it a little bit. But it's like this intensive like saving game, and it's supposed to last for a couple of months or whatever. And I made it to where it was Sam, you'll love it. You need to go check it out. But it's all about a flower farm because I used to be a flower farmer. And so you're like being a flower farmer and you're saving money along the way and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, you know what would be really fun? I'm going to offer this as a digital, but how about for this weekend, I do a physical, which literally is how many? 48 miniature cards plus like these bigger tallier cards. And I don't know why I did it because I was like, I'll sell a couple. No, guys, 15 of those things. I sold 15, which is wonderful.
Nice.
But I'm like,
I keep forgetting to go. I'm going to go right now. What is it called again? I keep forgetting to go there.
Floating, like a boat, floating funds, FUNDS.
Okay.
I love it.
I keep forgetting to go there. Because let me tell you, my daughter actually started, she got one of those like money saver. My daughter's 20 and she saves money like nobody's business. She has more money than I do. Okay. Awesome. Like she saves like, and she just like when she had a full-time, she was working like all over the, like through the summer a ton. And now she has like an actual full-time job. And so she's like, she like totally did an adult thing and spent like $800 for new tires on her car. And I'm like, what 20-year-old could do that? Nobody. And still has a lot of money in her account. I was like, I don't know how you do it. But
that's amazing.
Yeah, she got this savings thing. And then I was like, so I told her, I was like, maybe I need to get one of those. I said, well, I could probably save money when you move out. I said, because I be spending money on you all the time when you have money. But I will say a lot of times now she'll be like, I'm ordering food or I'm going to get this. Do you want me to get you something? And so like she buys me stuff now and I'm like, oh, sure you can. Yeah, wow. Go right ahead.
Yeah, you're like, look at these turntables.
But I was like, yeah, I probably need to start saving the money.
Oh, wow. I love that. Yeah, of course, as somebody who obviously loves savings, I'm a big fan. I'm actually going to be doing, I'm excited / nervous because I'm doing like a Bookmas thing as well. And that will start on December 13th. So if you guys don't see a video from me, please just realize it's because I'm also doing literally a book or a video from like December 13th to the end of the year. So yeah, I'm busy, but I'm also doing it for my cash channel because why not? You know, so I'm working on a lot of videos, but I realized because Sam and I were kind of talking about it, she was like, I'd never heard of this before. And so it was like, oh, I guess there are a lot of people who have no idea what I'm talking about when I talk about savings and like what could that look like and like the different ways of doing it. And so I'm actually going to be doing videos for the whole like 12 days of Cashmas is what we're calling it.
This is the perfect time for me to join so I can watch.
Because I'm going to be doing all sorts of different ways too. So it's not just the one way and then like really diving into it. It's like, no, here's an overview of all of it, basically. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I love finances. I love budgeting and I love saving, and my husband does not. And like he doesn't understand. So when I found out there's like games and challenges and all this stuff, I'm like, my mind is blown that it can be even more fun than I already find it. And so like Maddie's other channel has been like, I will just whenever I have time, I'll just watch it nonstop and just comment. I'm like obsessed.
I know. I get these notifications like Sam. I was like, oh, she's in a she's gone in a tunnel now. I see it.
It's like when I watch
them, gonna be me now that I joined. I'm gonna go back and watch them all.
I just binge them when I watch them, and then literally I was like, "Dang, I haven't been able to watch my YouTube videos in a while. Like, I need my watch later to get back into that too." But I was like,
I just started clearing mine out.
I need to get back into reading and finishing books, and then now that that's happening, I'm like, YouTube coming for you.
Yep. Yeah, I've realized I've kind of had to like go back and forth of like, okay, so for like these couple of days, I'm going to be watching everybody's videos. And so just so you guys know, I watch everybody's videos, but usually it's on my TV. And so if I'm not commenting, just know I am watching. Yeah. I make sure to watch, but I can't comment on my TV. You know, I probably could, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah. And so just know I love y'all stuff and I love you guys and I am watching your things. But if it's on my TV, I'm not going to comment. And so but if I realize if I do it on my laptop, I will get distracted and I will work on other things on my laptop. Whereas
I get squirreled real easy.
Yeah.
I'll be starting something and then I go back and I'm like, oh dang, I never finished that video. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is happening? My husband, he says that all the time. He's like, did you get squirreled? Like he literally asked like last weekend or something. I was like, do you want a sandwich for lunch? And he's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, okay. Literally he came in, was like, did you get squirreled? It was like half hour later. I was like, oh my bad. I was like, yeah, let's eat. I'll go make us lunch now.
Yeah, that's me. And I feel terrible because I will start everybody's lives. And like, if I do it on my computer, on my lap, or on my phone.
And then not go back.
Yeah, during the break. Because I'm like, oh, I have a break. I'll go do this. And then
it's over. You come back and you're like, whoops.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm the worst person ever. And I
did that so much.
I know, it's so bad. It's not like I don't want to be there and I don't want to participate.
Yeah.
But it's just,
you're productive and then you just forget to come back.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. My mom was talking though. She was like, I love to watch y'all sprints and sometimes she'll just play it in the background. And she's like, and I'll go do my stuff while you're doing like you're reading. And then I hear the talking. She's like, and I just love to come back and just listen to you guys banter. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet. We do a lot of that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So, okay. Well, real fast, because I realize we're 15 minutes into this.
We're chatty. We haven't seen each other for a while.
I know, guys. I was telling the ladies how I was like, we haven't done a live in a while, and I'm sorry. I will explain when we come back. How about when we come back, I'll tell you guys what's been going on. But it's just been kind of crazy, not just because of videos and stuff. And so I haven't just haven't had the time. So being able to see people and like talk to them, I'm like, oh wow, what a reprieve. I love this. I love it. Because I've only been able to talk to children. It's been so fun. So anyways, Jules, what are you reading?
I am finishing. I'm reading a Christmas novella, The Christmas Tree Connection. Hang on. I'll tell you in a second. I just had it up. Christmas Tree Connection. It's part of the ones that are going out every 2 days. There's like a whole collection of Christmas novellas, and it's kind of like an advent calendar. So the first one went out yesterday, and every 2 days they release a new Christmas novella. On Kindle Unlimited. So they're like less than 100 pages. So I'm already like 30% through this one. I started it yesterday, and then I forgot, got squirreled, and I forgot, and I was like, oh, no one's coming out tomorrow. I better finish this one. So awesome. I don't want to get behind.
That's awesome. I love that. I didn't know that. So yeah. I'll have to look into that though. I was quite confused when you were talking, but I've caught on. Katie, what are you going to be reading? Are you reading 2 or 3 books?
I'm halfway through one, so I'm only listening to one audiobook while I'm crafting. So
okay.
I'm listening to Hope Unburied by Kimberly Woodhouse, which is the 3rd book in her like archaeological series.
Oh, okay. And what are you crafting? Can I ask?
I have 2 things going that I might try. I'm making a watercolor notebook for my traveler's notebook. Fine. And then I might try to experiment more with the jelly plates because I'm not good with those. So I thought I'd work with those. Plate? It's kind of like a squishy material that you can create prints out of. So like you can do different layers of paint and stuff. And I think I finally figured out how to do it. So we're going to see if it works tonight.
Okay. Well, very cool. That sounds awesome. I would love to craft, but I'm also like, I would forget you guys were all here if I started crafting. Come back. I need to do something where I can actually pay somewhat attention.
Just set a timer on your phone.
Yeah. And then I'd be like, why do I have this going? It's bad. Sam, what are you reading? Quicksilver, right?
Quicksilver, but I might listen to Hello Stranger by Catherine Senner.
I love that book so much.
I am trying to read her stuff.
Well, and it's so perfect because it's about like someone who gets like facial blindness, and I raised future leader dogs for the blind. When I was in college, that's my 2 dogs are career changed. That's what they call when they fail the program, career changed. they couldn't lead the blind. But so like I'm really enjoying it, and I think I still have like 3 hours left. But I listen at like 2.0 and I'm like, with sprints and like all that, I might finish it pretty soon. So
yeah. Well, I would definitely want to know what you think about that one, because like I said, I have been wanting to read her and I've heard so many people just rave about her. And it's like, okay, chances are I'll probably love it. But that one specifically, I've really been interested in just because of the whole.
It's been really cute so far. And like, she's an artist, which I also like feel, and like watercolor. That's my favorite. I love watercolor painting. So you need to show us everything you make, Katie.
Agreed.
So yeah, like, I'm just like, I really am resonating with it right now, and I'm really enjoying it. So
good. Well, I hope that you're able to get further into it and that you're still enjoying it. So speaking of things that people make, I have this lovely thing. I am so obsessed with this, Sam. So Sam made this with her friend April, just so you guys know. It was like a collab where April made like the fabric part, and then Sam did the design. But it's also like, it's a twofer. It's a different design on the other side.
That is so adorable.
That is
I
cute.
know. And I saw it the first time and was going to go order, and then it was out. And I was like, well, shoot. Like, that's the one time where I was like, I probably should have paid closer attention. And then she let me know that it was back in stock. So currently I have 2 books in here because when you read cozies, they can fit in those things together.
That's right.
I am working through The Big Chili because I really want to read this one for Christmas, right? Because he has this little Santa hat. But I'm also going to be doing, if you guys know me, you know I'm obsessed with this person, Benjamin Stevenson. Wow, that's a glare. Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret. This is his 3rd in a series. But I didn't know this until I just picked this up from the library, that this is an advent calendar as well. And I was like,
love that.
What? So like each chapter, you kind of get a clue. I'm like, I was going to see if I can try and show you guys, but I'm struggling to hold everything. So like at the back, it gives you this little advent calendar, and it's kind of out of order because it's supposed to be, because it's clues. And he's like, I can't give them to you, you know, the way that you're supposed to, you know, or whatever. So anyways, I'm going to be reading the first chapter of this and it's going to obviously go very fast, but I am so excited for this. And then I realized I'm not going to be able to keep it obviously all 24 days because we only get it for 3 weeks here. But
read a couple ahead.
yeah, basically. Okay, so let's say hello to some people real quick, and then we will get into a sprint. Hello, Danny. You are 52% into The Night We Lost Him by Laura Dave. I do know of that one, but I don't know it personally. I just know of it. So I hope that you're enjoying it, and I hope you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, by the way, and that y'all are also doing your crazy shopping if that's what you're doing. Cyber Monday, that's my thing. I love it. Hello, Nikita. Currently trying to finish 2 books, The Wild Huntress by Emily Lloyd Jones and Hamnet by, Hamnet is one that I'm actually interested in, by Maggie O'Farrell. Happy reading, everyone. Yes, I hope everyone is having great reading time. Hello, friend. You're currently reading Castle Deadly, Castle Deep by Veronica Bond. Go Team Hunters. Okay, well, you know. And I'm not going to lie, Hannah and I talked about it because she's doing the points for Team Hunter and I'm doing the points for Team Turkey. And we both kind of talked about it and we're like, you know what? Why don't we just truly keep it a mystery? Like, neither of us know. I have no idea how much our team has. And as far as I know, she hasn't checked hers either. And so it's kind of exciting. Like, I remember with Mystery Mayhem, I knew the whole time. But I'm like, this is kind of fun to just not have any idea how good we're doing or how bad we're doing. I have no idea.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's been fun. Hello, Courtney. We have multiple Courtneys. So hello, Courtney P. Lovely to see you. And then the other Courtney. Hello, you're currently reading Black Beauty and Iron Flame for Team Hunter.
Both of those are favorites of mine.
Really? Black Beauty is one of your favorites?
Growing up, that was like one of my favorites. Like, I was such a horse girl, which is so funny because I'm a cow girl. Like, with my childhood, I was a horse girl, and then I don't know, like somewhere like middle school, high school, all cows, because like I mostly had cows growing up. Yeah, but sometimes I had horses, but
yeah, that's fair. But Black Beauty, it is a great book, and I don't know why I was shocked by that for a second that was your favorite, and then I started thinking like, oh yeah, wait, no, it would be.
Just wait. Okay, so it's not horses, but just wait till you see my outfit that I got today from one of my friends at a small business that I'm wearing tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm really excited.
It's not horses, but I still love horses.
It'll be cute. It'll be cute. So I just need to brag real fast on Courtney because she also started coming over to my other channel, and then all of a sudden I got like these little things of like Courtney. I was like, she's this rabbit hole. It happens, guys. It happens. And she was so stinking sweet. And I think she got so tired of me talking because we play with dice. And I talk about how I lose my dice because I will throw them and then it's like, you can't see them, or they roll off the table or whatever it is. So she bought me a dice tray. And I think she was like,
nice
the video to keep going.
She's like, quit dropping your stuff.
Yeah, get it together. And so I'm like, Courtney, you're so sweet. And then she won a giveaway. So I was like, all right, here you go. I'll give you something back. So Courtney is the sweetest. Thank you so much, girlfriend. Hello, Stacy. Team Turkey. Whoop, whoop. Hoping to finish your book tonight. You're 143 pages to go. You'll be reading Anthony Rapp's memoir. He's an actor who was in the musical and movie Rent. Oh, okay. So I don't know who that is, but I do know what Rent is. And so I hope that it's an interesting read. I'm sure it would be, but I hope you're enjoying it. You're currently reading The Rose and the Thistle by Laura France with 62 pages left. After that, you'll be reading Midnight on the River Gray by Abigail Wilson. I can honestly say I've never heard of either of those, but I hope that they are wonderful reads. But I can't speak to them. Hello, Laura. You're currently reading Hostage by Claire McIntosh. I feel like I know this one. It is your 6th book for the Laura. 6th book. Oh,
go girl.
My goodness. We'll get another book or two done before end of day tomorrow, but probably not another full set.
Love that. Go girl.
I know. Putting us to shame. Laura, that's amazing though. Congratulations. I just reminded myself of Buddy the Elf. Congratulations.
World's best coffee.
Best coffee.
I love it. Early in the week, you read An Honorable Deception by Roseanne M. White, and it was wonderful. A very good conclusion to the Imposters trilogy. Ooh, okay, I probably would actually like that one. I don't know of it, but I probably would like that. I really like that style. You have been choosing fast books. That makes sense. And also the last 3 all had audio, so sped through those faster still. Yes, that is definitely been my thing this month is like, does it have an audiobook? Mm-hmm. And can I listen to it at a faster speed? Because if they have an accent, especially like Irish or Scottish.
Yeah, you got to slow that down.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm like, what did they just say? Wait, what?
Yes. There was a book I had that I had been waiting for like 2 months. And it was an Irish book. And I finally got it. And it was this month. I didn't listen to it because I started and I was like, I have to listen to this so slow because I don't understand what they're saying because they also like their names are weird. And so it's like, I can't do it. And so I had to let it go. And I'm like, dang it, I'm on the list again. I'll get it next year. Oh, well. Well. I did finally read, which one was it? Divine Rivals. And I really liked that one. I didn't know if I would love it or hate it, but I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it at all. So
that was my very first read for this year, and I loved it. It was like my favorite book of the year for like a while until I read The Women, and then that turned into my favorite.
Right.
See,
right.
It's like probably my least favorite of Rebecca Ross.
That's funny.
I like her other books so much more.
Yeah.
What are her other books?
A River Enchanted is another duology.
Oh, yes.
Which I was hoping to read A Fire Endless, and then that just didn't happen this weekend. Because I was like, fire, ready, aim, fire. That'd be great. That didn't happen. And then Dreams Lie Beneath. I thought the magic system and that whole like
that was good. I liked that.
I loved it. Divine Rivals to me just was never a favorite. I enjoyed it, but it just wasn't a favorite. But I love her writing. Like whatever she writes, I will read.
Yeah, she is a very good author. And I do have to say that what I love is I always love whenever I can read a book and you can tell that they're a reader themselves because they talk about like the love. Like it is a unique love when you absolutely love to read books. Mm-hmm. But I really like in Divine Rivals how she is talking and she is bringing that into the writing side. I am not necessarily a writer. I dream to be, will never happen. But I do understand it and I understand that love of it. And so to see that kind of like playing out where it's almost like, I feel like the nerd side is, thriving in the book. And so I appreciate that. But I really like it. I'm excited. I started listening to the second one and just haven't been able to finish it yet. I was technically supposed to finish it in November, but that didn't happen. So spoiler alert, guys, didn't finish the prompt I was supposed to do. Shocker. I never do. Stacy. Okay. That was totally you. She's talking about reading early and then submitting later. She said, I read 3 early and I'm working on your 4th. I wasn't going to say anything, Stacy. I wasn't going to call anybody out by name, but here we are. But it was just fine. You've read 38 books this month that were in the 300 to 400 page range. I currently have a torn ligament and the cartilage in my knee is disappearing. You're waiting until spring to have surgery. Well, that makes a lot more sense. But that's still absolutely crazy. I was like, man, I did really good last month. I read 25 books, but 38. All right, girl. My goodness. Well, I hope that that's not too much pain. I don't know anything about like the pain level of that, but I hate that you have to wait until spring because that just sucks. But Courtney, you love watching all the savings videos. I've noticed all the comments. I've noticed it inspired you to save more while also buckling down and paying off debt so we can move and get your son into a better school district. That's awesome. Courtney, that makes me so happy. I was telling my mom about you and how you and Sam both were like, I'm so inspired. And I was like over there like getting teary-eyed. And I'm like, who knew that me wanting to save money would help other people? So
that's awesome.
Thank you guys. I am here if you ever need any help. So despite your knee issues, you're enjoying all the spare time you've had to read. Yeah, that's one thing. I'm excited for like a little bit of a slow down pace. That way I can get back into enjoying reading. Hello, friend. You're going to be finishing Quicksilver tonight. You don't want it to end. Okay, am I wrong? Or is it your birthday? Or like your birthday's
just passed? Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was like. I could have sworn I just saw something about it. That's awesome. Man, look at us all getting older. Doesn't go the opposite. I hope Unburied is wonderful. Okay. There you go. Well, I'll have to read it. I love anything though that Katie reads. Excuse you, did you just say watercolor notebook, right? Right? I was like, she did just kind of gloss over it, but I didn't know if you wanted to share, so I wasn't gonna pry. But I was like, that sounds fascinating.
No, I got a notebook from Amazon that was watercolor paper. So I'm folding them in half because I have a traveler's notebook roughly this size. So I'm going to make a little notebook. I'm going to use the book binding method with string. And then I can use it for watercoloring and then add some poems or thoughts or whatever into it.
Cute.
Why are you one of the most fascinating people I know? You just are. I feel like because you talk about it and you're like, no big deal. And I'm like, that is. That's a big deal. That is awesome. That is awesome. I don't watercolor whatsoever. I tried one time and it looked awful. And my friend's like, it's really hard to mess up watercolor, but you did it. And I'm like, yeah.
That's funny.
I'm so bad at it.
You're like, thanks.
Yeah. But I told her I would be, so at least she had warning. Hi, Sonia. You just wanted to pop in and show some love. Team Turkey. Gobble, gobble. That's awesome. Sonia, I miss you. I hope you're doing good. Black Beauty is your cover by, there you go. It was one of your favorites as a kid and you found an illustrated version. That's awesome.
Awesome.
I own like that fancy, who is it? Barnes and Noble? Yes, Barnes and Noble where they do like the gold trim or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I got that one.
I have 2 editions of it too, like the one I read when I was younger and then the Barnes and Noble fancy classic edition that they do.
Yeah, I had to get that
cheap.
one.
They're so affordable. Like, how can you not buy them?
I know. So where is this one? So next month, no, not next month, because that technically would be December. I mean in January. We're going to be starting for my membership. We're going to do Anne of Green Gables. We're going to read each book each month. And I'm so excited for that. And I got the pretty cover version. And I was like, this is going to make it so much better to read. And plus, like, I feel like the yellow is perfect for in the winter time when you're like, it's kind of bleh, because we don't have pretty Christmas stuff anymore. It's just winter. And I don't love just winter. And so I'm excited for that. Hi, Donna. This is my bestie. But today is
Team Hunter.
I know. She was like, well, of course I have.
No, bestie.
And I'm like, rude. I know, whatever. It's fine. And it's fine. We just don't talk about it. I mean, she does, but I don't talk about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Today is your anniversary. So happy anniversary, Donna. So you're not reading so much as going on a date. That's right, girlfriend. Make him work for it because he also went hunting today. So He has to take you out. And Victor says he's reading Lonesome Dove and he's on page 656. Is he really? And did he start that in January? Because the boys, so Victor is her husband, who is my husband's best friend. And so it's just a wild ride when we're all together. But those guys, and they're reading, they're very excited that we have to start. Oh my gosh, I kind of want to throw up saying it. We have to start Wheel of Time in January. And I am not looking like I am excited, but I'm not. You know, I feel like there's a whole lot of hype. And I don't know. We'll see. Keisha said she took a watercolor beginner class and had the worst art in the room. Everyone says it's cute, but I could not get it together right. We had to paint so quick. You look horrible. Yeah. Like we were painting flowers and like mine just like, how do I say this? They just looked highly inappropriate and I couldn't fix it. And so I'm like, I'm done. Okay,
but I don't believe that from Keisha. Because have you seen her?
She's talented with her.
They're so good. So I don't
maybe it's because it's the watercolor. Like I can do other things, but I cannot watercolor.
Yeah, they just be looking like a pile of mud when I try and be adding colors together. Nope.
Yeah, like you can't tell mine and Piper's work apart when we do watercolor. Turkeys are going down. Okay, Donna, you know what? Listen, he heard you ask if he started in January and said, first of all, I worked the week in the deer woods. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right. And then you like Wheel of Time. I know. And I keep thinking, okay, well, if Yvette reads it and she likes it, then surely I will too, because you and I have very similar taste. But it's only because every sprint it gets brought up and it's not by me. I think that's the reason.
That's funny.
But Stormlight Archive is even better. That's what Cody was saying. Cody said the exact same thing, and so it must be true. It's the watercolor. Yep, you can do it all day. Paint, not so much. Same. Oh, and then we had Betsy jump in. Okay, so we're gonna read this one, and then we're gonna actually go to a sprint, guys. I'm sorry, I probably could talk y'all's ears off all night. I'm just yammering.
I'm here for it.
And Katie's like, I'm just crafting.
I'm just going here.
I love it.
I'm just listening. I got this going. Yeah.
Well, hi, Betsy. You're reading Closely Harbored Secrets by Bree Baker. Okay, Bree Baker, hold on a second. That she wrote. Did I read that one? No, I'm thinking someone different, but I do know Bree Baker. Hunters.
Oh, that's the Seaside Cafe series. So good. Such a good.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. But then
the first one was that's the Live and Let Chai series.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've been reading it with Hannah's one book a month.
Like the hold on, buddy read. There it is.
Yeah, we've been reading it. And then December's our last book. It ends.
Yeah. That was one where I couldn't start until 2 books later, and I was like, at this point, I'm not going to promise I'm going to catch up.
Such a good series. So next spring summer, I would start it. You'll get the the summery vibes in it. Definitely start it. It's such a good series.
Yeah, my plan is well, I can't talk about that on here. Never mind. It'll give away things. Sorry, we'll leave you guys guessing.
Never mind.
Sorry. Yeah, and she said hunters in the house. Watch out, turkeys. Okay, apparently all of us turkeys are just hiding tonight because we're nervous. I don't know what it is.
Yep, they're hiding.
And it's like it's interesting. Hi, Laura. So good to see you. We have almost right down the middle the exact same amount of people on both teams, which was fascinating. That happened.
That's awesome.
So I'm like, it's not that the hunters are overrunning us. It's that I think that we actually are all quite wallflowers. Are very quiet because we're kind of like, hey. And then we just don't want to say anything for the rest of it. We made our presence known, we're good. And I feel like most of us were like, yep, we're okay with that. So it's interesting. It's funny. But okay, well, let's go ahead and get into a reading sprint. And it is 7:42. So how about we do a 30-minute one? So we can come back. We'll say at the 15. It's just easier to do straight on the dot like that. We'll come back at the 15 and we'll kind of catch up and we'll see if you guys are wanting to do another sprint. Sam looks like she's starting your eyes getting a little droopier.
I know. I feel like my eyes are half open. It's the annoying part is I've been staying up till midnight every night, but now that my event's halfway over, I'm like, I can relax.
The adrenaline's
like,
wrong. Yeah.
Well,
hey, if you fall asleep and you don't come back, it's okay. It is a-okay, all right? That is the same for all of you guys. Nobody feel like you have to be here forever. I would appreciate the company, but
I'll be
I
here.
can chit-chat to myself. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So,
okay, I have a cozy Thanksgiving vibe, which I'm like, this is the last time you'll see it because I already literally started Christmas ones like in November.
I did too.
Yeah, it's silly. It's silly. It's fine. So let me get this started real quick, and then there we go. All right, and we will be back at the 15th. Bye, guys. Hello, friends.
Hello.
So Cody came in and he's laying down, and I think he's asleep. So he's
That's
also
funny.
a snorer. So
if we hear a noise,
just so you know, he's one of those that can. I've asked y'all before, like, are y'all capable of doing that where you go and you lay down and like you go to bed? And he is one of those. He was like, how long do you have until you go back to Sprint? I was like, 15 minutes. He said, okay. And he laid down and almost immediately started snoring. And I'm like, that's cute. Because I would lay down and it'd be like 3 hours later. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I can do that when I first go to bed. But then if I'm woken up by something and then I try and go back to bed and my husband's snoring, I'm like, I can't.
Oh, yeah.
But he's the same way. He's like, man, you go to sleep so fast and then you start snoring. He's like, so he likes that he goes to bed before me sometimes because then he can go to sleep. Because if I get in there first, he's like, oh man, I'm not going to bed. He's like, I can't get no sleep. I'm like, sorry.
Yeah.
That's like me with my family. Like if we go vacationing together, like I have to be the first one asleep because it's literally like the rest of my family are motorboats. I don't snore at all. And it's like, I have to go to sleep first.
Yeah. So we were staying at my parents' house and I have to sleep with the fan. Like I have to sleep with some sort of noise. And if it's like, if we lose power, I just won't sleep. Like it just doesn't happen. And so we went there and I completely forgot to bring a fan. And my mom was like, we don't have those because I didn't like, she just doesn't think about it, which is fine. Like she doesn't have to because she's like, we use like a unit in our bedroom. So it's constantly making noise. So we don't think about the fact that we probably need a fan. And I was like, no, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. I'll figure it out. And so I was laying down and trying to go to sleep. And I was like, I am so used to living out here because all I hear are all the cars. I hear police sirens, people like revving their engines, like chit-chatting of people walking around and stuff. And I'm like, how does anybody do this? So I ended up just putting in a headphone and turning on a fan noise, which it worked. But yeah, I was like, wow, I didn't realize how different it also sounded, but man. Anyways, so how did that reading sprint go for you, Sam? Were you able to get any more of Quicksilver read?
I didn't read any of Quicksilver, but I did clean up more, and I only have, or I'm 84% into the book, so I have an hour and 43 minutes left in my audiobook of Hello Stranger.
Yeah.
So I need to update that. I wanted to read Quicksilver. I need to keep moving, or I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm so tired.
That's fair. Well, are you still enjoying Hello Stranger?
Yeah, so the big twist to me is kind of obvious, but there was a little twist I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
So that was actually pretty exciting. So I'm really liking it.
Good.
Yeah, if it's the same twist I'm thinking of, I was not expecting that small little twist. The big twist, yes, I was expecting.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. Like you're like, oh, it's so obvious, and then this other twist happens, and you're like, I wasn't expecting that because you had me distracted by this other one. So that's cute with like a, just typical like contemporary romance. Like it's not normal because she has like something that happens where she loses her ability to see people, like their faces. So like that's not normal, but I don't know. It's just really cute and quirky, and I'm really enjoying it. So
good. Yeah, I definitely. Well, Hannah, I'm sorry I just saw you. Hey, if you want to click the link and it should pop you in. Sorry, I just saw her pop in right here.
I was like, Hannah? None of us are Hannah.
I'm sorry. I know that was super random.
She said, let me in.
Yeah, let me in. I want to join the party. If you're able to, feel free. Join the link. Or you can just chat on here. You're backstage. What? Oh, girlfriend, I have to scroll down.
Hello.
That's why she's saying, let me in.
We've been here for like
all the whole time.
Were you really?
I had to scroll down on our screens, and so I couldn't see you. And I'm like, I don't know why she's saying something.
Like the whole time of us like talking and everything? The first time?
No,
okay.
I think
The
I
sprint.
popped in like when you guys started the first sprint.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But I've
okay.
just been chilling in the background.
Just literally did. Oh my god.
But what is that movie or show where it's like the whole time? The whole time? That's all I can think of right now. The whole time?
Mrs. Doubtfire when she realized who he was.
Oh
Is
yes,
that what it
the
is?
whole time, yeah.
That
The
just
whole
is like
time.
I was thinking,
so
where's
funny.
the one? I've literally been here this whole time. That's from Pitch Perfect. Yeah,
Pitch
that part.
Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. Well, I don't know if the one that you're talking about. The one I always think about.
I don't.
is
It just
when she was
stuck in my head.
like, and then there's Ashley. She's like, I've literally been here the whole time because she was like a forgotten character a lot. It was cute.
Yes, yeah.
Anyways, hi Hannah. It is so good to see you. I feel like such a dummy because I even looked and I was like, there's something interesting underneath my side, and I was like, but I just assumed it was like a glitch on the computer.
It's all good. It's all good.
Clearly, I've never had more than 3 people on here with me.
It's like, that's new.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, it is so good to see you. I'm happy you're able to join in. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yes, I did.
Good.
It was very, very good, but it was a lot. Especially like I feel like when you are married and you have 2 different ones to go to, it's like I give all to my family and then we have to go give all to his. It's just like,
yeah,
I am ready to calm down now.
Yeah. And do you do both on the same day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it can be for sure.
I don't know how people can eat that much.
I know.
Because for me, I'm like,
I had to pace myself.
Yeah.
I knew I had to eat again.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. Because I am that person who I won't eat anything until it is time to eat for Thanksgiving. And then I will make myself miserable. And then I will not eat for the rest of the day. You know, and so I'm like, if I have to pace myself, I don't know how to time that. I wouldn't know how to do it. So what are you reading, Hannah?
I just started The Unexpected Mrs. Polifax, which is a little mystery. I don't know really if it's a cozy mystery or not. I would assume so. But it's about this old lady who her doctor basically tells her that she's depressed and she needs to go find a hobby. And so she like goes to audition for something and ends up like taking a job as a CIA agent. It's cute. So cute. It's hilarious so far. And it's really short. So
yeah.
I've been dying to read that. I've seen the movie and I'm like, I really need to read the book.
Oh, there's a movie? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's an older one, like from like 1970s, I think. It's with Rosalind Russell and it's really good.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the audiobook is older, but I love it that much more because of that.
Yeah, I love that. I was reading I did the first chapter in Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret because Hannah, I don't know if you noticed, I'm reading this one, or if you were here for that. I'm reading this one, and I was like, yes, I can read all of this like pretty quick because it's a really short one. No, he made it as an Advent calendar, and he's like, in the book, he says you can absolutely read it however you want, and he's not going to, watch us or whatever. But I'm like, yeah, but now that I know that, I can't willingly read this besides as an Advent calendar. So I read a chapter in that, and then I started The Big Chili, and I was thinking she would say certain things, and I was like, I feel like you're a little bit older than 27 years old, which is who you're writing as. And well, now I don't even know what I did with it. Yeah, there it is. Like, I don't know how old she actually is. I didn't even look. Yeah, okay. She looks like somebody who would refer to a car stereo as a sound system instead of a radio. So I was like, I think you're older than than 27, but that's okay. It's so cute. It was so cute. So, Jules, how far did you get in your book? Did you get any reading done?
Well, I did. I was browsing Amazon a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm just looking at crafty stuff. So, and then
that's all we've been talking about.
Yeah. And then I got 30%. I read 30% more in my novella. So
yeah. So you're pretty close to being done with it now, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, almost. What do I got left?
Sounds awesome.
80, yeah. 20% left. Yeah.
That's awesome. Hannah, she's doing this. Is it like different authors?
Yeah. So it's called let me see what it's called.
It's really cool. And I thought that you would probably be interested in it.
It's I've talked about it in my December TBR, but it's the Christmas. I don't even know the name of it, but it's like a collection of 12 Christmas novellas or Christmas romances, and they are releasing one every 2 days for the whole. So the first one was released yesterday.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
like they all have similar covers and everything.
Yeah, and then the first one, came out. Hang on, this might tell me what it's on Goodreads.
I think I've seen that.
No, this one doesn't tell me that. But yeah, so like the first one came out yesterday, and then every 2 days they will release one, and the last one will be released on December 21st. So they're cute, and they're just on Kindle Unlimited. And they don't have audio or anything, so you have to, I know I was like, man, they don't have audio for them, but it's okay. It's okay. They're fast. They're fast reads. They're just like
100 pages.
Yeah. It's like it has. I mean, I don't know because it's on my Kindle, so I don't know. It doesn't tell me how many pages it is, but it has to be because like every time I swipe, it goes 1% more. So like I feel like you know what I mean? Like it's fast. So I was like, oh, like normally when you're reading on a Kindle and you swipe, nothing happens until you do a few, and then it moves to percent. And I'm like, okay, I feel like I've been reading forever, and I've only got 1%. But this is like every time you turn. That's 1%. Nice. So I'm like, it's definitely quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So well, I'm hoping to stay on top of them so I don't get behind so that I can read them all. But,
yeah. Best of luck, because that would not be a good thing for me right now.
Thank you. Yeah. And I'm also doing a lot of like Advent things. So I also am going to do there's a thriller. It's called 25 Days by Per Jacobson, I think is his name. It's P.E.R. is his first name. And it's a chapter a day for 25 days. And it's like a thriller,
oh, nice.
I don't know if it's a horror thriller, but yeah. So you read one chapter a day for 20. It's like meant to be read like that, like your book.
Yeah,
but it's a thriller.
Cool. I can honestly say I would never think. I think I should read a horror thriller for Christmas Advent. Like never.
Yeah.
It would never.
If you watch my TBR, half of my books are thriller Christmas books.
Yeah,
like fair. I got cozies, I got thrillers, and I got horror, and I've got romances. I'm mixing it up.
Hey, I
also bought myself hang on, I'm gonna get it. An Advent puzzle calendar. So like
fun.
Yeah, so it looks like this.
Okay, that's cool.
And then it'll form one whole big puzzle, but like the boxes look like this.
That is a genius idea.
So then like I got it on Amazon. There's like a ton of them. Yeah. And like, so here's like day one, and it's like 40 pieces each day. You know what I mean? So you put it together and then it forms this whole big
That's when I'd probably actually finish.
And it's big.
Give me the whole thing.
Yeah.
I won't do that.
Like the puzzle is literally this big. Like it's a ginormous puzzle, right? Wow. So
that's awesome.
Big. Because I was like, is that the size of the puzzle? I got my tape measure out and I was like, let me check this. And it is. And I'm like, so I'm going to glue it and frame it and then use it as a Christmas decor piece next year on my wall.
There you go.
Yes.
That's so cool.
So I'm very excited. I got all the Advent stuff to do.
I love it.
I'm going to be busy. Hopefully I don't forget something.
And I'm going to read my book. And that's all I got planned for Advent this year.
I feel like Jules is just an overachiever at personality.
Yes.
I mean, I might be.
But you set out for goals, and for the most part, you usually stick with them. And I'm like, I am impressed. I set out for goals, and I'm like, I'll be good if I finish one of the hundreds that I have set this year.
Yeah. I usually do, even if it's like a last minute crunch time. Like I will get some stuff done if I'm like, oh gosh, I got like a day. Let's do it. Like I'll figure it out. But yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
See, I just was reminded by that I got Adorables Advent calendar, like the Disney Adorables.
Yeah.
So typically I do like I had a Harry Potter like Funko.
Oh, so cute.
One.
That's adorable.
And I literally during that sprint set up my Harry Potter Funkos that I got from my Advent calendar, and I had a Disney one But the ones they came out with this year, they were charging $50 for, and I'm like, I don't have $50 for this advent calendar.
For an advent calendar, yeah.
Yeah. So my Walmart had the Doorables one, which they're like this little cute little thing, and they're all Disney Doorables. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna do that, and you just reminded me that I could just start that
out. So you could just start it. I know. I was like, if you're starting Advent, it starts tomorrow, people.
That's so much pressure.
I love it though.
Figure this out in 3 hours.
I'm already behind.
Oh my goodness, Hannah, how has it been? Like these last couple of weeks, because you also have school, and then I know, are the kids aware that their like longer Christmas break is coming? Because I know in high school we know that, and so we start losing our minds at like Halloween, right?
I think it's not as bad right now.
Okay.
But the next 3 weeks are going to be absolutely insane. I think it's just crunch time. Someone said one time that the last 3 weeks before Christmas are like that last lap in Mario Kart when the music gets really loud and everybody's just trying to race and everybody's just running all over everything.
Yeah.
That's literally how it is, because it's like everybody is going crazy and the kids are just absolutely insane. Nothing gets done.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we squeeze things in here and there, but it's really, really hard to do.
Yeah, that's fair. We kept telling Piper, because she would like, we decorated for Christmas on like November 3rd or something like that. And she was like, oh, so tomorrow's Christmas. And I'm like, no, honey, hey, we got a while. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she'll wake up and she's like, is today Christmas? And I was like, no. And so finally I had to tell her, hey, after Thanksgiving, that like we'll have Christmas after that. And so she's like, okay, but what's Thanksgiving? Because she doesn't really remember last year or anything. And like we kind of talked about it, but it's also like, she doesn't quite get it. And so I was like, okay, so the day that we go to Boom Pa and Booze and we eat a lot of food and all of our family is there, that's Thanksgiving. And we're all going to talk about what we're thankful for. That will be Thanksgiving. And she's like, oh, okay. And so naturally it came. And then she woke up the next day and she was like, is it Christmas? And I was like, oh no. So like,
you said it was after Thanksgiving.
You did technically say.
I did. But now I have no litmus test for her of like, hey, once this happens, it will be Christmas. Because I mean, we don't know our plans yet.
You need an advent calendar.
Yeah,
now.
you need to do like
count it down.
You're so right. You're so right. Last year I did like
get
every
you one
day.
Of those chocolate ones, just one piece a day.
No, Lord, that would she'd be hyper and already crazy, because every single day she's like, you know what I want for Christmas? And I'm like, yes, because you've been telling me for 2 months you want a Barbie like camper van. I know what you want, but every day. Every single day. And then she saw it on a commercial earlier and she freaked out and she was like, that means I'm getting it. And I was like, anyways, last year I actually got her 25 Christmas books. And so each day she would open up a Christmas book and we would read it. And we had so much fun. Piper couldn't have cared less. Like,
that's a lot of books. That's a lot of Christmas books.
Oh, it was thrifting for months. Absolutely. Like, I didn't know how much time it was going to take, because I figured, oh, I'll get this done early. That way I'll have all the books. And no, it literally took up until the day of to finally have all of the books.
Oh my goodness.
Because, just trying to find different ones and at thrift stores where it's like, I'm not going to spend $5 on a book that we will probably read this one time. You know, just not going to do it. And so it took a while, but it was worth it. And then I genuinely forgot to do it this year. So my bad.
It happens.
Pull out that calendar for her to mark off every day.
Yeah.
Be like, mark off a day, and then when it gets to here, that's when it is.
There you go. I'll do that.
Like someone with a little stamp, the stamp on a
yeah. Yeah. She would actually love that. She loves doing all the crafty stuff. She's currently into cutting things up. And so we find little tiny pieces of paper everywhere.
Everywhere.
I laid down the other day and I was like, what is in my bed? Guys, she had gotten in my bed and all these itty bitty pieces of paper.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, it's so fun. But
at least it's not glitter or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not. But I feel like it acts kind of like glitter, where it just somehow
you'll find it for months.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways, Katie, how was that reading sprint for you? Because she's reading and crafting. I don't know if you noticed that, Hannah.
Yeah, what'd you get done?
Sorry, I waited until somebody was in there with you.
Yeah, you wait until my mom is trying to guillotine an apple over there. She said she taught me and waited until somebody was in the room with me. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I made it to 70%. That's
Killing an apple.
Oh, there you go.
But I made it to 70%.
Hi,
so
Mom.
almost 15% through my audiobook. And then I finished making my journal.
That's
and
exciting.
now I'm dressing them. So like I'm using my scissors to kind of make rough edges out of all of them, which is gonna take forever and leave a mess.
She's cutting tiny pieces with her scissors.
Yeah, she's like,
no,
that's a good idea.
I'm rubbing it against it, like you use the edge of the scissors and go back and forth.
Roughing it up.
Cool.
Yeah. You're so talented. So nifty. I love it. Okay, let's read some comments. Hold on, I gotta figure out where we left off. Here we go. Hello, you're reading An American in Scotland by Lucy Connolly. Okay, hold on. I got to do something. There's like this thing stuck on my screen and I'm afraid okay, there we go. I couldn't read half your comment, but I didn't want to mess everything up, which is highly likely for me. Well, that sounds like a really cute one. And if you're listening to it, we had the conversation where I have to listen to Scottish books on a very slow speed because I don't understand what they're saying. And so if that's one of those, I hope you're enjoying it, but it'll take some time. You made some good progress, down 100 pages to go. That's awesome, Stacy. Look at you. You finished reading The Wild Huntress and have 35 pages of Hamnet. Are you enjoying? Oh, you've read 35 pages of Hamnet. Okay, well, I guess 35 pages, and have you enjoyed it so far? That's not very far to get in, but no reading that sprint. Hey, that's okay, Courtney. Put your little guy to bed and started to wrap your son's book advent. Okay. Now you're just making me feel bad since the elf will be making his appearance tomorrow.
Oh, not that dumb elf.
Yeah, we don't do elf. I was like, no, we don't do it. And we don't do Santa or anything. And it was actually really funny because the other day my dad was like, hey, one of our favorite movies is the one by Tim Allen. That is the Santa Claus, right?
Santa Claus.
My dad was like, you need to go watch the Santa Claus. And she goes, boom, Paw. He's not real. And we're like, it's a movie, Piper. We know. And she's like, I don't think Boom Paw knew. Okay. Fair enough. Don't think my dad knew. That's so funny.
That's funny.
Sam, how are you not devouring Quicksilver?
Okay. One, I decided to have this book discussion literally the weekend that I decided to be a part of a readathon and have a vendor event during Small Business Saturday. So there's that. Two, it's okay.
Oh, you're not liking it that much.
It's
That's
okay.
a hot take. Oh, event. Just
you guys heard it here, guys.
I know. I'm like, I'm gonna have to force myself to get through this. Not like all my friends that have the same exact reading taste as me, like 6 stars, 10 stars, everything. And I'm like,
I think Wendy was like that. You didn't
really like it either?
Yeah,
she liked it.
Oh,
Wendy liked it.
Loved it. And she went through our Discord and every chapter breakdown, commented stuff. And I'm like,
yeah,
this is gonna be really fun on Monday.
I feel like that's me I totally bursted her bubble with the Spark of the Everflame.
Oh, I love that one.
I know. Girl, I'm 50% in and I was like, remember we were saying how we were like kind of not really catching on when we're listening to stuff. Like I was like reading and then I was like, what is happening? And then I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I feel like I'm just not in a fantasy mood right now. And so I felt bad because I was like, I'm softy enough in this for 2 days and then I'll get back to it. And she was like, what? I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, my heart. And I'm like, listen.
Well,
like, I don't know. For some reason, fantasy right now is not my, it's not my, it's not
and I'm on chapter 10 and I'm like, I don't understand what's going on, but I understand what's going on. At the same time, I'm like, it just seems very typical. Like it doesn't pick up because everyone's like, oh, it pulled me in. And I'm like,
you're like, this is
doing
okay.
something.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's my go-to word. Okay. If it's just,
But my brain is also like, I am so mentally fried right now too. And I'm like, it could just be that. And I'm hoping
I think that's why I can't do fantasy right now, is because I am so tired.
Yeah. And it
you know
takes
what I mean?
lot.
Like, I'm just exhausted still. And I'm like, I can't focus on fantasy. Like fantasy, you have to be able to pay attention, because if you can't, you're not gonna get it. So
like she asked me, she's like, oh, I see headphones on your head. Are you listening to it? And I'm like, I can't. Like for book club, I have to be tandem reading. I have to be listening. I have to be highlighting. I have to be doing all the things. And I've been getting one chapter a night before I pass out after working nonstop.
Right.
And my brain is all over the place right now. So I'm hoping tomorrow, when I'm done with my event, I'm gonna just binge it, and it's gonna be completely different than I'm currently viewing.
I hope you get it done. You said your discussion's Monday night?
Yeah, Monday night. But I have the audio, so I know worst case scenario, I will finish it. I have never, knock on wood, I've never not finished a book club. Have I started and finished the same day? Yes.
That is so stressful. I could never.
But see, if I started too early, I literally don't remember a single thing.
Yeah, I get that.
That's fair.
Especially with fantasy, because it's like blah 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 happened and blah 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 with blah blah blah, and I'm like, these crazy names and these crazy people. Like, I love it and I live for it. But until I hear it on repeat, I literally, my brain is just like, those are just random words. They don't make sense.
Well, all right. So you didn't get anywhere on Quicksilver, and Yvette called you out. I love it. We're just bringing the truth here. I love it. Okay. And Hannah, what did you say you were reading?
The Unexpected Mrs.
That's
Paul.
right. That's right. That one sounds super, super, super cute. I heard somebody talk about that several months ago, and then I couldn't remember who it was. And I couldn't remember the name of it. And so when you brought that up, I was like, oh, that's that book. So now I know I'll have to look at your stuff, because you'll probably talk about it somewhere.
I'm sure it will.
I think it was Chantel too. Chantel was kind of the first one to kind of pop it out there.
It was her. Now that you said it, I'm like, that's exactly who it was, but I could not remember for the life of me who the heck read that book. And it was like, I guess eventually, if I'm supposed to read it, I'll find it. So here we are. Love it. Love it. Okay. Did I ask everybody what we've read, how far we've gotten? Okay.
I think so.
Okay, good. Sorry if I hadn't. I didn't mean to be rude. Laura, you're reading When the Moon Hatched. You read 60 pages this sprint. I want to read that one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so awesome. And then there's Hannah telling me she was backstage. My bad.
It's okay.
Literally didn't see it. You're reading Threaded. And hello, friend. How are you? I don't know what Threaded is. You're so thankful your husband's family doesn't celebrate, so we don't have to do 2 meals. Yeah, I was going to say, sadly, we don't do holidays with Cody's family. And so it was definitely a bit of a reprieve. Our first Thanksgiving, it was like everybody was wanting us everywhere. And we were like, you know what? We're not going to go to either family. And so we went and visited some friends down in Texas instead. Because it's like, if we drive 4.5 hours away, we can't be there. So, yeah, that was kind of nice. You were dozing a little, so only read 2 chapters, but they were longer. Okay, really enjoying your book. Also, hi, Hannah. Yeah, saying hi to the bestie. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I understand. It's getting a little late. Sorry, guys. And yes, the tiny paper cuts. Yeah, it is not my favorite phase we've been through, but I say that about a lot of phases. So children phases are weird, guys. Like, you can't prepare for it. And I was like, I could get her crafty stuff for Christmas. But then I realized I'd have to deal with all the crafty stuff.
You got to clean it all up.
Yes. And I just don't know. I don't know about that.
That's funny.
You did a Christmas winter book advent calendar the first time, and now just by the step into reading books about the characters your son likes, so it is so much easier to find. Oh, made it for under $20. Courtney, that is brilliant. I wouldn't have thought to do. That's actually really cool. I love that. She's still getting on to you. I love it.
Whoopsie.
You have less than 30 pages left. Okay. That's what I was thinking, but I was like, maybe I just misread that. So you're enjoying it, but you recommend if you get emotional easily when reading, keep tissues nearby. Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, now I'm probably not going to read that as quickly as I probably would have had I not known that. But you're only on chapter 10, so it's still acceptable to be unsure. But you are freaking out. I love that. I love that. Yeah, that's one I'm interested. I was basically waiting to see what Sam would say about this book. And so now I'm like, oh, maybe I won't read it, which is not like the end of the world for me because I do like fantasy, but it is not a higher priority for me. So I would say like Divine Rivals isn't fantasy, but it's like the kind of closer to what I enjoy, I suppose, and would read normally. So if it's going to be fantasy like Quicksilver or anything along those lines, okay, I'm sorry. Well, Sam is wrong.
I just haven't been able to like focus on it, and I understand that. But by Monday night, I will have a review.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll just wait and like I won't read it right now, and I probably won't read it in January because January I have to start Wheel of Time. It'll be fine. But I don't think doing both of those will make me appreciate either of them. So I might wait a little bit.
And this is my first book pick that I have to read on my iPad, like because literally I was gonna buy the physical copy and I'm like, no, it's on Kindle Unlimited. And so I was like, I'm just gonna do that. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna buy it. Well, guess what? They sold out and now it's on pre-order only for the physical copy, which I tab. Like literally that's all I do is like I tab all of our book club books.
Yeah.
And so like not being able to tab and do it physically. And I don't have a Kindle. Okay, I have a Kindle. It's like third generation. It's slow as molasses. Like literally turning a page, it's like, hold up. We gotta think about it. So I'm reading it on my iPad, and that's really hard for me right now too. So it's just different. Meanwhile, I'm just like mentally just not there. But she's like, you have the audio. I do have the audio, and I'm like, I like the audio because
Get a notebook.
She is going off.
The male narrator is the guy who also narrates Rhysand from the graphic audio of A Court of Thorns and Roses. Like, so my favorite, right? And it's not bad. I'm only 10 chapters in, and I'm like, it's a fantasy book.
And then what's going to happen is whenever she finally talks about this book, because she's finished it, she's going to be like, guys, I loved it.
Yeah, just wait.
Best. You know, we're going to be like,
Hannah will understand this. So I finished Binding 13 like a week ago. And in the beginning, I was like, I don't understand what the hype is about. There's a lot of talk about male genitalia that I was not expecting from this book. And I was like, cool, fun. I'm so glad so many of my friends love it. And then I finished it. I'm like,
give me the next one.
I'm obsessed. I need more. Like, so I get it.
So this might be one of those.
Yeah, and I really think it will be, but I just am not there yet.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I am very excited to hear what you actually think about it once you finish it.
Me too.
I think I'm more excited now than I was before. Oh my god.
We're going to show up here.
I'm kind of scared, guys. Maybe I need some backup.
And we're going to show up to your discussion and be like, we're just here for the tea. We're just like here just to see the unfold.
I'll just lie. And I'll just have like an alias pop up and just troll everything and be like, who is that? That wasn't me.
Goodness. Oh, funny. Yeah, but I was going to say, but somebody would pop in there and be like, no, Sam's liar. She's a liar. She said she hated it. Call her out.
It'd be a bit.
Thanks, Laura.
You need her on camera.
I know.
Feral event.
I need to have her and Wendy just on there telling how much, and then Jordan too. They're all just like, amazing. Best book I've ever read in my life. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, see, it can't be a best book I've ever read if it isn't in, like, you know what I mean? If it's not good from the get-go, it can't be the best. So like for you, like, it's not going to be the best because it doesn't matter how it ends, even if it picks up halfway through. If the first half sucked, It can't be the best book.
Wisdom. You've learned a thing or two, my friend. That's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of how I would feel like, man, I would be that person whenever Hannah finally decides that she's gonna read The Book Thief, because I've been telling her to read it for months. And when she finally does that, and if she starts it, she's like, it's not that good. I'm like, oh, my Yvette side would come out.
Do you know what I finished yesterday?
No.
We don't have to talk about it.
Oh, wait, do we? Am I gonna be mad at you?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Tress of the Emerald Sea?
No.
Oh, but was it for the readathon?
Yeah.
Everybody in my family killed somebody.
Oh, yes, she did make a comment about it. She said, Maddie, she said,
did you not like it?
She said, sorry, that's not good.
Completely calling me out.
Well, yeah, I remember
she was gonna go
read it. And I was like, I can't wait until afterwards when I could ask her what she thought. But I didn't know you were reading it. You didn't? Okay, no, it's fine.
Oh, wait, though, Hannah, did you just put that in our chat?
Yeah.
Because she didn't see that, right?
I didn't know.
You can't see the Hunter's chat, can you?
I mean, I can. I just haven't been going into it because I'm like, I'm going to be respectful. I'm not a part of your team. And it's probably best because I wouldn't have allowed you on here tonight. I'm just kidding.
It should have been like,
denied. Oh, it's fine. My heart hurts a little bit in this moment. I'm having a little hard time breathing. Yvette and I need a group for the people. Wow. Yes. Yvette, oh my gosh, it is so funny that
you just for your camo.
Oh my gosh,
it
took me out. I was dying.
Yes. I saw that in our chat because I'm pretty sure in our leader chat, we were talking about everybody's videos. Yeah. I was like that exact line, and I was like, when Sam said this, I lost it because it was so fast and so nonchalant, and you just kept going, and I'm like,
you may not be able to see me, but I'm here, and I cackled. I was like, oh.
I just appreciate that there's people in this world that understand my humor.
Oh yeah, it does.
It was great. Yeah, it was great.
Because my husband is just like, I roll, and I'm like, hey, you are married to one of the funniest people ever. You should be so proud.
When you did that reel about what does wind taste like, literally, I was in public, Sam. I was in public. And I was cackling.
So if you guys aren't following Sam, you'll need to, because she genuinely, you do the things that as an introvert, I'm like, that would be so funny. I would never in my life.
It's so funny because I'm so introverted, but I'm like the weird introverted. And I'm like, who cares?
I forgot about the one that Yvette just said, where here, turkey, turkey, turkey. Here, turkey, turkey, turkey.
Oh my gosh. Like
I mean, okay, not to like shout myself out, but I'm at 499 subscribers, so I only need one more for 500.
That's
very inconsistent, and you never know if you're gonna get serious Sam or like off the wall chaos.
But we
need more off the wall Sam.
We do. Oh my gosh, you are so funny.
This is also shout out to join my book club, Tales of Starlight, because that's where the whole like, what does wind taste like? Because that came from Yvette, where she quoted it from our last book club pick, and I'm like, I'm gonna make a video from this.
I loved it. At first, when I started watching the reel, I was like, what is gonna happen? Like, you don't know. You don't know. And I did not see that one coming. So yeah, that was funny.
Just think about my poor husband who has to film this stuff out in my yard where people can watch us.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
We have all retired people, so they're home all the time, just watching me dressing up, going in my backyard, doing random stuff. You never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes I look like a hobo going to my mailbox. Sometimes I'm dressed up in a gown doing cosplay stuff. We just never.
You have 500 now.
Woo-hoo. Wow, look at you. Congratulations. That's so exciting.
You go, girl.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, you seriously will not be disappointed in Sam. She always cracks me up. And I had the whole, like, I got all of these ladies to send me just clips and just like, I was like, just send me the most random stuff. That way I can put this stuff together, because we don't have a script of what we're going to say for the readathon. It's just, here's kind of the overarching theme. And all of you guys had me cracking up so hard. And I was like, I want to put every single bit of every single person's stuff in here. But we would be here for 15 minutes, like just for an intro. And so I can't do that. So I had to cut it down. But the amount, Sam, you gobbled and then you cracked yourself up and you still sent it. And I was like, I want that in there so bad. But like, no, but it was so funny.
I felt like the turkey, like everyone was so good because everyone was so serious, and it was such a non-serious thing that I was dying at how like it was like The Office, you know, where it's just like this. How are they not dying?
It was so good. Or like Amy's, she's not here, but hers where she's facing the wall, she turns and looks at me, like looks at the camera. Oh my gosh. I didn't expect that one because I was like at the end of all her videos and all of a sudden it just happened. I was like, good. Which is perfect because she's like the mystery girl, you know, like we all like it, but she is the mystery queen. And the fact that she did that, I was like, that's 100% something that would come out of a mystery or a cozy mystery. You guys are making me cry. I'm laughing. So
I think I watched that. I think I watched that intro trailer. I don't remember. Well, I watched it when I went to all of your videos. I saw it, but then I kept going back and watching it because it was so good.
It was so funny. Yeah.
Here, turkey. Here, turkey.
Yes. Oh, it was good. I had so much fun. That was hard to do because it was, again, we just had hey, you guys are trying to chase Harold, you know, and Harold, we're trying to survive, you know, we want him to survive. And that was kind of all we had. And so trying to like piece it together, but my gosh, it was so funny when it was done. Like, this was worth it. Oh my gosh, I loved it. And the amount of people that are like, that intro, I'm like, yeah, for that alone, you guys should be a part of the readathon and make sure you follow every single person here because that was a lot of work. Oh, anyways, okay, so I did tell you guys, which Hannah, you weren't here just yet, but or you may have been, but anyways, I said that I was going to tell you guys a little bit of something that's going on, because usually if you're on my live, I usually try and share something. So I have not been putting up a lot of videos lately. It's been absolutely chaotic here, and then also I just haven't been able to do sprints because about a month and a half ago, we started looking. Okay, so let me start at the beginning. My friend Donna, who was here earlier, we helped her and her husband move into their new house. So that was wonderful, except for it's like an hour away from our home. And we're like, that's fine. It's okay. We'll see you. While we were helping them move in, we talked to the realtor because we also knew who she was. Apparently, Cody went to high school with her husband because he knows everybody around here. So it's like, okay, cool. So we talked about that, and we were like, yeah, you know, eventually we would love to, like, our plan is to eventually move out here with Donna and Victor as well, because they are our best friends. And we really want to do like, you know, the commune sort of thing. Like, we are those people. That's our goal. And she was like, well, funny enough, the lady who they bought the house from actually has some land right across the street for sale. And we're like, oh, okay. Well, you know anything about that? She said, no, you'll have to get her number and then talk to her. And we're like, okay, guys, we are not looking for land. We weren't interested, nothing like that. But we were like, let's just call, because you never know. But like, we had to move onto the boat. That way we could start saving up money for land, right? So our goal, like, we don't have the money to just, you know, buy out land right now. And so anyways, Cody decides to call the lady, and she was like, hey, yeah, I am wanting to get rid of it. And I don't want to have to go through a realtor, and I don't want to have to do normal banking stuff. I just want to kind of do owner financing, which for us is like the only way we could do something right now, because our credit is like shot. And so we're like, okay, we're interested. What's going to happen? So basically, we have now purchased land, which is insane. And so we're going to be living next door to our best friends, which is awesome. But because of that, it's like, okay, well, now we have a land payment and we have 2 slip fees. So we need to start, you know, cutting back. And so we have been working like nonstop getting the other boat ready to get listed. That way, once that one sells, we'll then use that money to start building a tiny home, because after living on a boat, I'm like, I don't want to ever live in a big house again, like ever again. So it's probably going to be roughly the same size as our boat, just a little bit bigger. That way I can have a big kitchen because I do use my kitchen a lot. So anyways, that is why I have been quite MIA, is because we've also been having to take stuff back and forth, which again, it's an hour drive there and an hour drive back. And it's kind of out, it's not like out in the middle of nowhere, but it definitely is out where I don't have a whole lot of bars. And so sorry that I have been MIA. Sorry I haven't been able to do a lot of videos, but just know eventually.
That's so exciting.
We are very excited, and it's something obviously like we didn't expect for it to happen after only living on the boat for a year.
Yeah.
But it definitely, like, hey, when the time came and that we got her down to the right price and all this stuff, it's like, it's worth it. And the land's going to be beautiful. We're so excited. It's like our dream. But it is a lot of work to, who knew that, you know, you live on a tiny boat and you're like, yeah, we don't have that much stuff. Guys, I don't know how we have that much stuff, but we did. And okay, no, but most of it was books, guys. I'm not even kidding. Three carloads of boxes was just books. And I was like, that's bad. That was super bad. So anyways, I will be getting back to things hopefully in January, but we're still just trying to focus on getting these boats done. That way we can hopefully lighten the load of payments that we're having to do. So yeah. Anyways, so that's our update. I'm so excited for it. Eventually we'll make a video about it, but I don't know when. So
well, like, it just like, to me, it's so exciting. You've been saving so much and you've been doing your savings channel and you've been doing so much content. You have your membership. Like, to me, I'm like, this is what dreams are made of. And it just makes me so happy seeing you reach your dreams. I love that.
Thank you. And it is definitely something that we talked a lot about of, are we moving too fast? Is this something that I am somebody who struggles whenever it is a solid decision that you have to make. It's not something that you can we can't just be like, oh, never mind. We've signed the paperwork. You know what I mean? And so it was like, I was really stressed, but at the same time, and I kept thinking like, Maddie, you literally named your finance channel Floating Funds and you won't be floating anymore. So I'm like,
that's all right.
Probably should have thought that one.
No, it still works. Like it's still like it's all meant to be. You were able to float your funds to fill your dreams.
There you go.
Yeah, I was like, you can use that. You can work around that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the funds float to different places. That's
yes,
they can be aerial now.
Well,
the air to your new property.
My grandma was like, "Why don't you just move the boat there and just live on the boat there?" And I was like, no.
A boat with no water?
Yeah, I'm like, Grandma, we are not rednecks. Like, come on.
That would be hilarious.
I kind of love that idea. Actually,
if I drove past that, I'd be like, what the heck is going on?
That's Maddie.
Yeah, she still lives on a boat. Does she live on land? Yeah, she
does.
You
have that land. You could technically make yourself a little pond and put the boat in it.
That is true. That is true. Oh my God. Could you imagine? No.
So happy for you, Maddie.
I know. I'm so excited. And I'm also so excited because I won't have to worry about my boats weighing my house down.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's literally an issue. Like, you guys should see. I'll try to remember to take a picture of our other boat because we got all the books off there. And you can see a clear line of how far our books
the weight of it. Down. That's great. Yeah. Books do be weighing a lot, though.
They do. But you don't think about it. Because like one book itself, for the most part, there's some of those that like they're bricks, but for the most part, you're like, oh, it's not that much. Yeah. When you have, 500 that weigh a pound a piece, it's like.
And you both read, right? So like you and Cody both read?
Yes. Well, and he doesn't just read he doesn't read 300-page books.
He reads those chunkers that are like 4-pound books.
Really, it's Cody's fault that the boat's weighing down.
I know. Agreed. It's odd that section right there happens to be really heavy on this boat. I don't know why. Anyways, I feel like I'm also getting late, so I'm getting a little loopier. As we all know, that happens. You don't have to worry about the book sinking your tiny home. Yes, so make sure you build a huge bookshelf. Yeah, I have big plans for some books, and then I was like, hey, Cody, we'll have land for a library, which would also be wonderful because then I can have more books.
You could have like a little cottage like next to, and then that way you can have like your own little sanctuary for reading and stuff.
And I was like, Cody, and then we'll put a sign up that'll say this bookish cottage because it'll actually be the bookish cottage. I know.
I love that.
You have it right now. That's so cute.
All right, see, I'll get a petition and we'll all sign it, and then I'll show Cody, and he'll say, "Now we have to do it."
Yeah, that needs to
me. It's got to
happen.
That
needs to happen.
Well, thank you, Laura, as well. You guys are so sweet. And you say keep floating funds. You will be able to make your dreams come true because you moved onto a houseboat. That is so true, and that is something that I'm like, I'm happy that we did that because I can actually have this conversation with Piper when she gets older because she is elated to not live on a boat anymore. I'm like, do you want to live in the boat or do you want your own bedroom? She's like, oh yeah, own room, because hers is like, you can't stand up in it, because it's underneath everything. So whatever. Yeah. But yeah, she's. Why is the library bigger than the house?
That's
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a small library. Let's be honest, because we also we love games, like board games, and so we need a place for our board games. And I was like, Cody, we could just put them out there because then I could use my inside space for more books instead of all the games too. But whatever. Anyways, all right. Well, it is. Wow, guys, we talked a while. So it is 9, which means it's 10 for you. And is it 10 for Katie as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think 9 for me.
Okay, I was gonna say I think, and then that also for Sam, it's like 10 for you, right? My goodness.
Oh, it's late for you, ladies.
I've been staying up till midnight. It's okay.
Sam's like, I'm totally doing fine, even though
I'm doing fine.
I know I look and sound tired, but I don't have to be at my event until 11, which seems like so late in the day. So I have lots of time.
Yeah. I'm just surprised you still want to be here after that tongue lashing Yvette gave you.
I know.
Yeah.
She left.
I need to go, guys. I'm gonna have to go.
If I'm MIA on Tuesday, you guys know why.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
there
really
she is.
intrigued. Sam needs to
Yes, she's going back to she's staying.
She better stay.
I love it. Little keyboard warrior. I love it. Okay, well, how about we go ahead and do another 30-minute sprint if everybody is willing. You guys do not feel like you have to stay. Again, if you have to pop off, that's totally fine. We'll go ahead and do another 30-minute one, and we'll come back, and then we will possibly chat for a very brief time. And I'm going to put that in possibly because sometimes we get carried away. Okay, so I'll get us set up, and then I will see you guys. Let me see. We'll come back at 9:35. So the 35. Okay. All right. Let me get this going. Oh, well, I started us over. You guys, it's fine. It's whatever. There we go. There we go. Hello, friends. Welcome back. Did you guys get any reading done? I know I saw Hannah. By the way, Hannah, are you wearing Christmas pajamas?
Captain America.
Oh, okay. Okay. But I was like, it looks like she's wearing some red pajamas. I love it. I love it. But you're just the cutest little thing. I just need you to know that. You're so cute.
Stop that.
Well, how was your reading, Hannah?
It was good. I made it to page 57, and I'm not going to spoil anything because it's just hilarious. It is so funny. It's as funny as you think it would be. She basically, the job that she is put on goes AWOL, and she like finds herself in this kidnap situation, and she's like, oh, I hope my neighbor remembers to water my geraniums. I'm like, that is it. That's what I want in a book. Like,
right.
As an old lady. Like, it's kind of like
as an old lady. I mean, that's me now.
Read Finley Donovan.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that, but make it geriatric. Like, make it old woman.
I love that.
She's just a mess. She's like, well, this is unfortunate, but I guess we'll just go with it.
That's funny.
That sounds like so much fun.
It is fun.
And isn't it a series?
Yeah, there's like a ton of books in the series.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wonder if they're all really good.
Oh, I'm sure they are. There's a ton of them. And this is the first one, though.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, well, I'm happy that you're enjoying it. Sam, how was Hello Stranger? Because I saw that you switched your thing, so you're like, I'm not even going to act like I read.
I know. I was like, let me quick change that.
That's funny.
I'm at 93%. I only have like 43 minutes left, but I'm listening at like 2.5 speed. So I don't know if I'll finish tonight, but definitely tomorrow morning for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm at like a peak moment right now, which I was like, that's fine. I'll pause.
Aw, I'm just so much more intrigued with that book. I mean, really anything by her.
It's cute, and I really like how like quirky it is in the writing. I mean, I don't know if I like, so I have the book, which this is like the part that kills me. I have the book from Book of the Month, and I'm just listening to the audio because it was on Hoopla, and I was like, there's a dog on the cover, animal on the cover. I'm just gonna listen to it now.
There you go.
So I don't know how I would have felt like reading it, but listening to it, I like it. I really like it.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, is she the same one You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Is she the same one who wrote the rom-commers or something? Okay. Okay,
Yes.
that's another one that I'm like,
because I have that and I haven't read it yet.
I was gonna say, I think I have that and have not read it either.
Yep. I got it, but I haven't read it.
yeah. The covers on those ones, I remember those covers. And that says a lot because there's a lot of times when I can remember the title of the book, but I couldn't tell you what it looks like. But those ones I do remember just because I think it's the bright colors. And they're just like they're so
and mine have the sprayed edges from the and I got it on Amazon and it has like pretty sprayed edges.
Oh, look at you.
Mine does too. It was gonna be a potential comfy cozy pick for February.
Oh yeah.
But my co-host picked something else. So
that's a cute idea. I didn't even think. I was like, oh, February, and it's like, oh yeah,
that would be a good one.
Like that's so cute.
You're like, and you're kicked off. You're no longer the co-host.
I was rooting for that one. I was like, I'll go with the other one.
Well, I'm sure anything we read in Comfy Cozy will be wonderful. So
yeah,
I hope so. Yeah. It'll be. It's a backlist book, so we'll see.
Yeah. So far, I have not been able to do. I was telling them earlier, I haven't done the book or like the buddy reading one because I wasn't able to get like the first one until like 2 months later. And then at that point, I'm like, well, now I'm behind, and I know that I'm not going to catch up. So it's trying to read that one on my own. And Jules said
I need to read it.
Yes, but Jules said I need to just start it next summer because then like the way that it progresses kind of works for the year. So
yeah, that's true.
So I'll probably start it whenever you guys had started it in Comfy Cozy, which I think was June, wasn't
it? July, I think. We started it in July.
It is crazy to think that it's only been since July. It feels like you've had this book club forever. You're like, tell me about it. Yeah, you've done so much. If you guys don't know, by the way, Hannah does also have a book club, and it is fantastic as well. And she goes all out. If you want to feel cozy, she makes sure that you do. It's amazing. I'm so sad. I'm like, man, if I didn't have so much else going on, I would just do everything that Hannah posts at all. I'm like, I would absolutely feel like I have lived a comfortable life.
No pressure whatsoever.
You've done fantastic. You've done great. You've done great. So Katie, how are you doing with your crafts and how far have you gotten with your book?
Yeah, sorry, I was blank screen because I was trying to vacuum myself. So it's almost done. I got one completely done. It's in my little Doctor Who notebook now.
I was gonna say, is that Doctor Who?
It is. It's got spoilers on it. On the tag. Not just for Doctor Who, but for my book as well. I make my reading notes in here too. But.
Oh, I love it.
So, but yeah, it's stressed finally. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but
yeah,
that's so cool.
Got one done.
So creative. I love it. I love it. And how far did you get in your book?
I got 80%. So I should be able to finish tonight after we get off and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I'm like, you're going to stay, you're an hour behind or ahead of us. And you're still going to stay up. And I'm like, it is almost 10 o'clock. And my little brain's like, we're done.
You're like,
I know. I'm probably going to go to bed early because I only got 5 hours of sleep last night. So.
Oh my gosh. No. Yeah. That's awful. Although I feel like that's been kind of normal for us. Piper's been going through like a weird phase. And she is that creepy kid where all of a sudden I wake up and she's just standing like literally right there, and she's just standing, not doing nothing. And I wake up because you get that feeling, right? And I'm like, what? And she's like right at that perfect height too. Oh my gosh, she's such a creepy child. I love her to death.
Heart attack.
Yes. And then after that happens, you can't go back to sleep, right? Because you're like, I've sufficiently had a heart attack, so now I'm gonna have to recover for a while.
Oh, that's funny.
Awful. Jules, how was yours? I realized you did not read.
What do you mean?
Because I got notifications.
How do you know I didn't read? I'm about to go down a rabbit hole real fast.
Yeah. She started watching my videos. She's
what
like,
is
on
this?
a rabbit hole. And then I started seeing it. I was like, yes, she is.
Yeah. I watched the Christmas Binder Day one and I was like, well, this is super fun.
Yeah. And then
take my money and stick it in that pocket and scratch off these things. I was like, that's it. That's it. I'm in.
Maddie's going to hit her watch hours in no time.
Right?
I'm like, what? I'm about to go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing all day tomorrow.
And it is so much fun. I love doing it, and I'm
and all the buying. I'm gonna get all my books set up for January. I'm buying a binder, whatever all this stuff is. I'm gonna learn it and do it, and it's starting in January. Okay, that's what's happening.
The amount of people who are like, "I'm starting in January," and I'm like, that's so funny. But yes. And again, I will have videos. Sorry, guys, we're going to do a shameless plug. I will have videos starting December 13th on that channel as well. On both channels, I'm going to have 12 days of, this one will be Bookmas, the other one will be Cashmas. But on that one, it'll also talk about.
That's a lot.
What? That's crazy.
That's also why I have not been able to show my face.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't, at the time it sounded good.
I'm sure it did. But my God.
And then I was like, I shot 3 of my videos for Bookmas, and I was like,
how many more do you have to do?
More to go. Like, I just got out of the double digits. That's insane.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I get notifications for floating funds like daily. And I was like, I feel so bad when I can't watch them every day.
Yeah, girl. I was like, there's one like almost every day.
But they're so bingeable that it's so nice. Like when you catch up, you're like, I'll just listen to Maddie for a couple hours.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Well, I can say that those ones are way easier for me to actually make and then edit, because I edited for a while and people were like, stop. And I was like, oh, okay. Because they're like, we want to see when you're making mistakes counting, because it helps us to realize it's okay. Or there's ones where I accidentally, get money mixed up or whatever it might be. And they're like, we like to see that stuff. And it's like, oh, okay. So that has made it 10 times easier. But the Cashmas ones are a bit much, because I'm trying to explain a lot, because there's a lot of people who don't know anything that I'm talking about, or how to even start, or where do you begin, and it's be overwhelming. Yeah. And so I was like, well, a lot of people want to start in the new year, so let's do it at Christmas. So I'll have all that information.
Sweet.
So there you go. Shameless
I'll
plug.
be there. I'll be there watching them.
That's
yes. Great. So no, I read maybe 3 or 4%.
Okay. Jules, I'm going to need you to wait until after tomorrow to get into this,
She's like, we won't get any more points if you start watching videos instead.
Hunter needs you.
Okay. I'm going to get my books read, okay? I promise. I promise. I'm going to finish this book, and then I have another book. Look, my last book is a graphic novel. I'm going to read this tomorrow. I'm going to alternate.
Harold doesn't mind if you watch videos.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Don't you dare watch videos.
They're all like, girl, no. Okay. I will read, and then once I get my stuff logged, then I will watch my video.
I personally know how easy it is to watch her whole backlog. Been there, done that.
And then, what did you do when you finished? What did you send me? Do you remember?
No idea.
We literally made savings challenges.
Oh yeah,
I was so intrigued. I had to make some. She's like, she doesn't even do it, but she's like, I needed to make some, and they are super cute because they're honeydukes. Yeah.
Have I used them myself? No, but I was like, Maddie, you need these because you'll use these.
Yeah. Wait, do you sell them on your Etsy?
I sell them, but she doesn't have anything on hers.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not yet.
You need to check out Maddie's though. The not in the mood one has been calling my name for a very long time.
Did you see the new one that I just did? It's like it's a duck on it, and it says silence is golden, duct tape is silver.
So are yours though
adorable?
Not to get off topic, but are yours ones that you actually send out, or do you have to are they digital and you have to print them and make them?
So most of mine, if it's a scratcher, so those ones that have are just like the bookmarks that I do, those ones I physically send to you.
Okay.
And then the other ones, I have some digital ones that it's just easier for you to just print it off.
Yeah, I don't have a color printer, so if I print anything, it is not pretty.
Oh yeah, well I only have 2 or 3 things like that. Okay. Most of them I just send to you. Yeah, but it's all on my Etsy.
She's gonna be like, Julie, buy something else again. Julie, buy something else again.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'll be saving money, but I gotta buy this stuff to save the money.
I know, it's bad. I had to start a savings fund. I specifically have one for books, because if I don't check myself, I will literally wreck us, and our boat. And so then I was like, well, now I have to have one specifically for Etsy, which is a whole other beast because they don't just do savings challenges. They also do really cute stuff in general. And so it's an issue. It's become an issue.
It's an issue.
Yeah.
I just subscribed. I didn't know you had a floating. So I'm going to go down the
so Hannah's going to be right there with me.
On Monday.
Hannah's going to be right there with me going down this rabbit hole. Start with that Christmas reminder day one because that's fun.
But what is so funny is that I have several friends over there and I'll go onto their lives and we'll be talking and they're like, we can't wait to come to your book lives. Like they are like how we are about books or like financing right over here. It's like, it's not really what we're here for, but we kind of talk about it. That's what we're about books over there. And it's so funny. And they're like, and you're this weird in between because you do both of these things. Yeah, I do.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I'm like, I think I've lost my mind because 2 channels is a lot. I didn't know that at the time. I was like, I can do it. Guys.
Same.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot. I do too. As well, and I started a third one. I gave up on the third one, and
I thought you were like
my
second.
What's your other one?
I do Bible journaling.
Oh,
so I keep that down to once a week. I used to do that one 3 times a week as well, and I was like, no, I can't do both.
That's a
What's
lot.
it called, Katie?
It's called Katie Faith Journaling.
You will love it,
Katie Faith. I will definitely subscribe.
Yeah, I just saw Hannah's recent post. I'm not sure if it's your most recent, but it was your recent post on your Instagram, and it was your Bible journaling. And I was like, hey, she needs to go check out Katie.
Yes, so I will for sure.
Yeah. So,
also, Jules, you were 6 away from 800.
Girl, I have been that way for like 2 weeks. I'm like, the numbers drive me crazy. I stopped looking because I was like, because after I did my, was it my 751? I don't know, whatever my last giveaway was that I did. I literally posted that it was time to do a giveaway and then like it shot down like 10 below. And I was like, what happened? I was like, obviously they got rid of the bots. Like they went through and cleaned up. So I look like an idiot. So I'm like, we're still doing it. I'm like, I don't care. But I was like, I don't even look at it anymore because it like fluctuates so much.
Yeah.
But I have been like so I was like steady creeping for a long time. Like I just started in January. So like I'm like did really well for getting where I'm at. I felt like I was like, I don't really care about the numbers. You know what I mean? That's not why I'm here to do it. I'm just here to do it because it gives me something to do now that my child is an adult and doesn't ever do anything with me hardly anymore. But I'm like, this is for me, you know? And I was like, and then my husband's like, he's like, man, he's like, you really are climbing. And then all of a sudden it just went flatlined. I was like, okay, I guess I got my number. I'm like, here we are. We're a community.
You just got to stay consistent. And that's the thing. Like it happens. And it's frustrating sometimes, but then I realized the same thing. Like if you just stop watching, it doesn't matter, you know, like I'm still doing it because I enjoy what I'm doing, you know, and like I love talking about books. I love getting to meet people about books and talking about them and just all this different stuff. And so, that's definitely been, it's hard. It can be really hard sometimes to just be like, just don't even watch.
So I haven't, it was fun because I noticed my number the other day. I think it was like last week. And then I looked again and like, I just happened to glance at it and I'm like, how is it the same? I'm like, I didn't even get one person in a week. What?
Yeah. Well, and I think something, a lot of people, I've had to try to remind myself to like say like, hey, by the way, for any of those that are on here, this is also to you. Like, this is legit. If you do follow any of these 4 women and you weren't following them before, make sure that you go and watch at least a couple minutes of their video and leave a comment because that will help YouTube to realize you're not a bot. So that happens a lot where people are like, oh, I'm going to go follow them from something that I saw them on and then I'll watch them later. This happened to me so many times because I was like, I know I followed this person, but now I can't figure out, like, I don't remember their name, but now I can't find them because I don't know how I found them in the first place.
You didn't watch anything. Yeah. And then like, well, that's right too. Like when I go to it that way, if you watch something, you can go back to your watch it. Because if I just subscribe to somebody and then I'm like you said, like, what was their channel? I forget or whatever. But if you don't watch anything, but if you go to your watch history, then you'll be like, oh, there it is. And then you can watch some stuff. Because I've done that before too, where I've subscribed to somebody like on a Sprint or whatever. And then I'm like, who are they? What was it? How do I get back to them? How do I find them?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. And then once I learned that, I was like, I felt better because I was like, maybe people aren't just subscribing to me like every time.
Yeah.
Well, that makes so much sense because like I'll post like shorts and I'll get so many followers and then I'll be like, I'm so close to like this big number. And then all of a sudden I drop and I'm like, thanks guys for unfollowing me when I'm close
like,
to a number. Like it feels like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Some of those are just bots that they go clean out every once in a while, and you could lose anywhere 5 to 10 at a time. You know, it's crazy.
So sometimes they might think that you're a bot too. So just so you guys know.
Yeah.
I made a system for myself. I stopped counting after like I don't know, like once I hit the first 1,000, I was like, you know. So what I do is I keep track in my reading journal, and I only look at it on the first of every month. Yeah. So I don't say, hey, I got 1 subscriber for that day. I only do it once a month. So
that's probably what I'll do. I don't even think I'll like pay attention after 1,000. You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of cool. Woo, we hit 1,000, and then be like chilling at 1,000. I'm cool with that. That's like a big accomplishment. No,
I keep having different people. They're messaging me, and they're like, "Hey, did you do something for your 1,000?" And I was like, "No, I've been sitting at that for like 2 months, and I still haven't even thought about it because I don't even know. I don't know." We'll do some at 2,000. How about that? Because that'll give me time to think about it. But that one, like, I remember Jules mentioning something because I think I was at like 700 or something, and then it shot up all of a sudden. Like it was almost in a day, and it was like I don't know what I did, and I just remember
it was like 50, almost 50 difference, wasn't it? Because I was like, girl, you're like way over that.
It was so fast, and I was like, oh shoot, and then I started realizing like, dang, 1,000 might be closer than you think. You should probably start planning for that. So I didn't.
There's just those certain videos that shoot you up. Like I know my reading journal video.
Yeah.
For my yearly reading journal, that shoots me up like crazy.
Oh,
and reading journals are fun to watch.
And then Krista had me on her channel, Books and Jam. She had me on her channel for my TBR game. And she got me a lot of subscribers last year. And I was so thankful for that because I made my goal. And it was because of her.
Oh, I love her. Actually, Katie, that's how I found you was through your journaling. But like I found you on I have like just like my generic YouTube that I used to have before I had this book of cottage.
I have one of those too. And I'm like, I ain't never been back over there. I
I don't ever really use it now. And so Katie, I actually found you that way. And your reading journal was what got me starting to do reading journals. And then I was like, well, you probably need to read more now because now you have a journal. And so there was a rabbit hole. So if you guys don't enjoy my book channel, blame Katie because she's the one who got me into it.
Oh, thanks.
All your fault.
But I love your journaling, your reading journal specifically. I mean, I love your other one too, but your reading journal because it obviously has a special place in my heart because it got me started. Okay, sorry guys, we started chit-chatting like I said we would.
Off.
I said we would, so we're gonna quickly go through these and we can call it a night. But hello, Christina, it's so good to see you. And then I see that Katie popped in and said hello. Finished Hamnet. Oh, it was really good. You were crying, but I think that speaks volumes of the author's gift of written word. Yes, today you finished 3 books and 499 pages.
That's awesome.
Okay. Good.
Impressive.
Yes, I am highly impressed. And you're on Team Hunter, aren't you?
I hope so.
I think you are. You just finished Closely Harbored Secrets and moving on to the next prompt in your book for that is Caraval. Okay. This might be one of those hot takes. I loved Caraval so much. And I did not like the other 2.
That was me too.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I don't think it'd give anything away. You're following. Yeah, it would. I'm not going to talk about it. I just realized.
I'm hoping to. I realize I have the trilogy.
Yeah.
I have not read it, but I am hoping.
But you have it.
I'm hoping to start it. So no spoilers.
No, I feel like you can read and not have to read any of the other ones, and you would be fine. You really would. Like she could end it there. yeah. So I cannot say anything else, but just know I didn't love the second and the third. But if any of you guys did, we should talk about that. Not on here because it'd be spoilers. Stacey, you have 44 pages to go. Determined to finish tonight. Girl, you'll get it. You'll get it. I have faith in you. Didn't track pages, but several more chapters read. Can y'all hear him snoring?
Mm-mm.
Okay, sorry. Cody's sleeping hard. He's been hunting Hannah, and so he had to sleep in his truck for the last 2 nights, and so he's probably a little tired. Anyways, a little less than 2 hours to go, so you'll finish tonight. Oh my gosh, when y'all talk about like, I only have 2 more hours to read, and I'm like, bedtime. Still freaking out over your book you just finished, and it was incredible. I love this. And then Wendy and I will just take over the live.
I'm so scared. Okay, so without like too many spoilers, April and I have been chatting, and her and I also kind of feel the same. So,
Oh no!
Oh
I'm very scared. Maybe this is why we don't have guests. She's only on like
so
chapter
funny.
12. Like we're both struggling to just like get into the book, and
yeah.
I'm hoping it's just because of the craziness.
Yeah.
I have been wrong before. Like sometimes the beginning, like I like it. It's just not. There's so much hype, and when there's so much hype and you get into a book after it, then it's just like it's so hard. You analyze every little thing.
Yeah. So I've had to learn, like, I cannot look for books on Instagram. This sounds so bad because I also kind of stopped posting about books on Instagram, because unless I know who you are personally, I'm like, it's not that I don't necessarily trust that, but I have seen so many books where they just hype it up being I'm not really sure why. There are so many that's happened. And a lot of people, even like people who, this is literally what they do, is they spend their life just reading books, and they're like, that was terrible. Like, I don't know what the hype was. And so after that, I'm like, my wallet can't afford to listen to you. So,
right?
Yeah.
But I think the worst part is like my top 3 friends that have the same taste as me have rated it like off the charts. Is the part that's like,
and not just them, like other people I've heard of other people, like, so I have an Instagram group that I'm in for Missouri, and one of the monthly books that they did, they read that and everybody like raved about it. I was busy and I didn't get a chance to read it, but I was like, everybody loved it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if I didn't read it, but
yeah. Well, see, like, I just finished, oh my gosh, I'm going to butcher the title. I do it every single time. Sam was here the last time I did it too. Daughter of the Pirate King. Did I say that right? Okay. I just finished that one a couple weeks ago, and it was like, it's kind of cute. I kind of like it, but I didn't love it. And I was super disappointed because I was like, I know Hannah really liked that one.
I was like, Hannah's dying.
I know, but
it wasn't a favorite, but it was good.
We're even now.
I like Fable, and Jules is like, that's the worst book ever. That's literally trash. I'm like,
that's trash.
All right.
Did I call it trash? I don't think I called it trash.
Wendy, one of you called it trash. Like,
Wendy called it trash. I'm not that mean to books. Like, somebody took the time out of their life to write this book, and I usually do not call books trash because I'm like, somebody wrote that.
Now, I normally won't, but I tried to read spooky books, and so I couldn't. And so I was like, I'm going to read one during and do like an Instagram update basically. And I'm going to do it on Halloween because I'm determined to read a spooky book. Right. And so I picked one that had to do with clowns in a cornfield. Okay. Because I'm terrified of clowns.
Yeah. Was it Clown in a Cornfield? Was that the name of it? If you tell me you don't like that book.
Wait, did you like that book? Do you know what book I'm talking about?
Clown in a Cornfield? I loved it.
Is it the one that had the clown painted on the like silo and like all the kids were... You've read that book? Oh my gosh. Jules, are you kidding me?
That's one of my, I love that series. There's like 3 books in that series.
There is. And I'm like, how? So that's when I would call trash.
That's so funny. So I actually did have to take it back because I did call a book trash, and it was I was a teenage slasher. I totally said that book was trash.
You did.
I take it back. I have called a book trash, but I didn't call Fable trash because it was just okay.
To be fair, Maddie said that she hated Fourth Wing, and I'm like, that is my personality. How do you like me as a person? How do you like me as a person?
It's so funny though that like we can still all like each other but not like the same books.
Well, and then Maddie's like, you should read Tress of the Emerald Sea. And I'm like, I'm gonna whatever. Like, I'm gonna read this book, whatever. And I loved it. And I'm like, dang it. I can't say I just don't agree with anything Maddie says because I loved Tress of the Emerald Sea so much. And I was expecting to hate it. I'm like, dang it.
Yeah.
How do I feel about Maddie now?
I was so nervous when you said that you were going to read it. And I was like, oh no, she's probably going to hate read it because I didn't like Fourth Wing.
Like I totally like super corny slasher books. Like that's one of my vibes.
It was so bad, Jules.
Yeah. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But I just like them.
It did creep me out at first because it was clowns in a cornfield. Yeah. Okay, like that's enough. And it creeped me out enough because it was like I was having moments of sheer panic because he was standing there in the cornfield or just standing there in someone's house just staring at them as a clown. And I'm like, that's a nightmare. But it got stupid. Like, it was not good. How do you like it, Jules? This is so funny. I did not expect anybody to have ever read that book, and it is so funny that you did.
Yeah, there's like there's Clown in the Cornfield. There's like 3 books in the series.
I know.
Like the 3rd one just came out. I haven't read it yet.
Did you see Jules' face? She goes, "You choose your words wisely." Don't you say you didn't like that book?
I know, and I was like, surely, but we're talking about the different book,
right? She's kidding. And seriously, you guys, the type of reading that I like is just so from one end to the other. I'm telling you, I can read a cozy mystery and then turn around and read a stupid slasher. Like, just
I'm highly confused right now. It's totally fine. Okay. Anyways. We're never gonna get through these comments. Just started Brand of Light by Ronnie Kindig. I have a thing that's covering half of that, so I think that's what it says. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I've never heard of Ronnie.
It's so good, and she's also a nice person too.
Oh, nice.
I've met her twice.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, it's a sci-fi series, and if you love sci-fi, those audiobooks are phenomenal. I've only read the first one so far or listened to it, but the narrator, like when he goes into the alien voice, it freaked me out so bad my heart rate jumped. I saw it on my watch, and so I had to text the author. I was like, your narrator that you picked freaked me out when he did the alien voice.
Oh no. But I'm highly intrigued. So I'm like adding to list now. Which, by the way, if you guys need a good sci-fi book, there's this book. Have y'all heard of Sky's End? No, I feel like everybody should, but that's only because I know of it. So that's very, very pompous of me. But you should read it because, for one, I've talked about it a couple of times, but the author is a English teacher, a high school or a middle grade English teacher. And he wrote this book and he had been working on it for years and he kept getting told no. He decided he was going to stop writing that. He was going to write some other books. And he was like, and I tried to write these other ones that fit more of like what people are wanting right now. And he was like, and I hated them, but I just really wanted to be a writer. So he sent them out and he couldn't get accepted for any of those. And so finally he was like, okay, we're going to give this one last shot. And this is the book that I'm like most passionate about, that I love. And it doesn't really fit with anybody's, what anybody wants. And so he sent it out and he finally got it published. And it is so good. It's like it's sci-fi. And I want to say it kind of gives Hunger Games vibes where like things are kind of the same, but there's definitely differences. And like this one has metal dragons that are living, like they live in the
You had me at dragons.
Dragons.
Yeah, me too. They're like
we're like, okay, I see you.
It's fascinating. It's very good. And I did listen to the audiobook, and I do have to specify, if you're going to listen to the audiobook, don't judge the book, because he does really good. But when a man does a girl's voice, it's never that great.
Oh no.
So just be prepared for that. But it was super good. And the next one comes out in January. I think it's January. And so I'm very excited for that one.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's going to be a movie soon and all that stuff. So it's very cool. Anyways, Laura, you read 40 pages. You're switching to an audiobook and crocheting for the rest of the night. Yes. Okay, and then her little thing, Laura, I can't remember what it's called, but it's from Star Wars. I showed Cody, and he was like, this is amazing. I want one. So, Laura, I was supposed to message you, and I forgot. So this is me telling you, hey, Cody wants one. So message me, remind me.
She might not even hear. She probably left.
Yeah, she probably already left. It's like, it'll never get done. It's like, hi. Are your ears burning? Nose itching when somebody talks about you?
Ears burning, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just hopping on for bed. But I need y'all's Etsy shops as soon as possible. I want everyone's second channels too. Good grief. Fair enough. And I should remember to start listing that stuff in the description. I always forget. I forget about that stinking description every time. Your channel is Christina Loves Books. You'll be posting a Vlogmas video tomorrow. Oh, how fun. I will definitely be following you. I don't think I've seen your channel yet. I've seen you on things, but I haven't
go check it out.
Checked out your channel yet. If you ever actually create a YouTube channel, I've already decided you'll only have one and do whatever I want there. Bookish, writing, etc. No niche for me. I love it.
That's why mine's Jules Books and Things, because if I want to put things on there besides books, I'm gonna.
Yep. A Sparka Sam. That's where. So like, if you guys followed me on Instagram, I had a lot of Instagram profiles, and I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah.
We're gonna change it, rebrand. It's all gonna be one.
Yeah. Yep. I love it. And I think that you do such a wonderful job, because your personality, like that is your personality, is all these little things.
And that's what people look for when they like go to follow you, if you're authentically you.
Yes.
I don't think people want like all this put on show.
Right.
Yeah.
They want.
But it's hard because so many people, like, you can see so many other people grow because they stick with one niche, and the growth definitely is not the same. It is so much harder when you're all over the place. And I have just embraced that.
I would too, because it's about what you enjoy. You know what I mean? Like, and people are going to see that in your videos. Like, if you're just strictly doing something that your heart is not in, people are going to see that. So you
become on someone else's terms. Like, you're literally just doing it for them.
Yeah.
And then it becomes, that's how you get burnout very quickly.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And that's something like Cody and I have to have that conversation a lot, because he has to be like, hey, when you're talking about doing this video, you don't seem like you're actually that interested. Yeah. And it's like, you're right. Yeah. You're right. Like, I just did a silent video or a silent review, and that thing was so freaking fun to record. Y'all need to watch it. It's only like a 9-minute video, but
it's on my watch later list.
It was so much fun to do. And I'm like, I look like an idiot, and I'm here for it. It was so much fun. But then I talk about because I was telling Cody, I was like, I have to do another review video, but like, I don't really want to just sit and talk about like books right now. Like I do, but not like that, And so then I told him that, and he's like, but will people watch that? Like, will they know what
I don't. That's what I honestly don't even. I don't even plan out stuff. Like, some people are like super big planners. It's like whatever I feel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Hannah just came out with all next year.
Yeah, she's like, I got this all set. Like, honestly, I just whatever I feel like doing. Yeah. I'm like, this week I'll do this kind of vlog, or this week I'm gonna do this kind of vlog, or whatever. It's just like, and that's how my videos are too. Like, I'm just talking about whatever.
Yeah. Katie, are you?
I'm like, well, tangent.
I am a planner. I usually plan out my entire month, and then like, if I want to change things, I can. If I have a gap, I can fit something. But like every single month, at the end of the month, I plan the next month.
Yeah. See, I do that. And then I think I usually stick to the first video. And then after that, I'm like,
you're like, that didn't happen. Or that
yeah. Tell me you're actually a mood reader without telling me you're a mood reader. It's like, I don't plan my videos either, because it all depends on what I'm reading. Oh, anyways. Oh, that's guys. We just keep chatting. Sorry.
No.
Same here. And woohoo! I love it. Yvette, oh no.
So
if you had just read it,
all caps. All caps. She's stressed. She's so stressed.
All caps. Tell me you're not. Yeah, tell me you're stressed without telling me you're stressed. Caps.
You have given Yvette, poor Yvette, is not going to be able to sleep tonight.
Well, the best part is I'm not going to read this until Monday. Like, I'm going to be so burnt out tomorrow that I'm going to be like, I just can't do it. And so I'm just going to binge it all on Monday. And then I'm going to show up and be like, guess what, guys? And she's just going to come with a stern, scolding, scowling. Well, I can't see her face, but I'm going to be able to very much read her tone because she's very easy to read her tone.
And that's going to be stressed until she finds out that you finished and how you liked it.
Oh my goodness.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I really want to be there.
You're like, I don't care about the book. I don't care if there's spoilers. I just want to be here for Wendy and Yvette to like grill Sam and April.
Sam, I'll read it with you on Monday. Now all of us are freaking loving this. I love this. You unfollow people that recommend books I hated. Hey, that's fair. I have 2 strikes rule. I will not be fooled again. They just that's but I'm like, that's actually not bad because there's some people who it's like, oh, I followed you because you recommended one really good book, but then everything else, I'm like, I would never actually read or anything like that. And I don't necessarily unfollow them, but I definitely just like I don't ever watch their videos.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe after a while it makes you unfollow. I have no idea. But yeah, that's pretty fair, Laura. I can't be mad about that.
Yeah.
You actually gave in and read Fourth Wing because of you, Sam.
Nice.
So there you go. Oh, she said she loved it. Oh no. Read it in one day without the audio.
I loved it.
What?
One day. I read that one without the audio.
I mean, that's impressive to read it without the audio, but it's even better with the audio. I tandem read it.
Did you?
I love it's just good. I can't wait.
Onyx Storm.
I know.
It's so close, but so far away. I'm going to a midnight release.
Are you?
I cannot wait.
Yeah,
I'm
that's so exciting. Are you gonna vlog that? You better vlog that.
I know I should. I'm so bad at like that kind of stuff, but
I'm gonna need that.
Yeah, I had messaged Sam because I saw the thing and I was like, we will not be seeing you on this day. And she said, oh yeah, or the next because I'm going to a midnight release. It's like, yep. Okay. Good knowing you. You ordered Iron Flame from the library as soon as I finished. There you go. Yeah, I did too. And I started and I was like, yeah, I'm just not interested. Jules says we can all still be friends even if we don't like the same books. Me, unsure how I feel.
She's like, unfollow.
Unfriend.
Yeah.
He can't be trusted.
You met him? That's amazing. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm slightly jealous of this. So that's the book I was just telling you guys about. He and his wife are awesome. She seems amazing and can't wait for more. Okay, Yvette. Now I'm like, we like the same weird books, obviously, so I might like Quicksilver.
I'm not a big sci-fi person, but I'm willing to give anything a try.
Yeah, it's because it's sci-fi, but it's not like over.
But when you said Hunger Games and then you said Metal Dragons,
yeah, it's fascinating. It's really good. I really liked it. And you, yes, but I still don't know how to say it. Like a tauntaun, a tantan, a toon. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's.
I don't know either, but he's cute.
Yes. Oh, yes, there's a big old dragon on the cover. I like that.
She crocheted this character from Star Wars. And it's like one of these things that you ride on. And I knew exactly what it was. And Cody could say it like immediately. And he'd be really mad at me right now if I pronounced that wrong. But it was very cute. So if you guys aren't following Laura over on Instagram, make sure you do that. Honestly, I think if I had a channel, I'd rather stay small/medium. I don't want to try to get like 100,000. Yeah. Can you imagine?
No.
You'd be happy with like 1 to 5. You tend to like those channels.
That's way too many people just throwing out rude. That's when you start getting people who make rude comments and that are just throwing out opinions that don't matter. Like when you get that many people, it's just like there's no personalization in it. Like I would rather have a small community of followers that I actually recognize when they leave comments and actually or see them in other people's sprints or other people's discords and stuff like that. I prefer that over like people that, it's just another number. Like,
Yeah, because to me that's like you're actually building like a genuine relationship with. You know, it may not be like this super super deep one or anything, but there is something authentic and genuine about it because it's small enough for that. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I think I would lose my mind if I ever.
Yeah, because I mean, I think honestly, like with bigger channels, like even if I didn't have a bigger channel, I would honestly like sit down and try to like at least heart every comment. Like a lot of big
channels. All night. Can you imagine if you had?
I know. But they never do, and it's like that's why I don't think I ever comment on the bigger channels that I follow.
Like
they don't answer.
Do they care?
Yeah. Well, that almost.
Can you imagine how many notifications they get? Like email notifications. They have to turn that off. They have to turn that off.
I don't even think I get notifications for my YouTube channels.
I do sometimes.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did. I did it all the time for floating funds, and it is quite annoying. Whenever certain people go down rabbit trails.
Really annoying. With Sam's binge watching and commenting on everything.
Well, you better turn that off because I'm
just called you out, Sam.
But no, what's funny is
this is like an intervention right now. Dang. I'm supposed to be the hunter, but I'm getting cooked.
Oh my goodness. Damn. That's so funny. Okay. Anyways, we're never going to finish. Like you all were saying, they seem more authentic because there's not as much pressure to perform. That's so true. That is so true. And I don't know if you guys are anything like me. I can become a hardcore people pleaser and it can become an issue. And so the more people that there are that I have to please, it becomes really daunting. And that's my, for 2025, that's my thing. It's like, hey, we are going to be almost, I think March will be a year for the book channel. And it's like, at that point, I have to like, remember, like you have done this for a year now, know what you're doing. You have your footing, all this stuff. So now like, keep it yours and stop overthinking and like letting other people make your channel. Cause like exactly what Hannah was saying, like it's at that point, it's not you anymore, it's somebody else's channel.
And people appreciate when you're more personable and you make them feel make them feel like, hey, I recognize you, or hey, like I actually want to be friends with you. And you just don't get that with bigger channels and bigger people.
Yeah, or people that like edit their videos so much that it's just like, you know what I mean? Like it takes out all the personality.
Yeah.
I'll be on here like laughing at myself and be like, well, that was stupid. Like, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I leave that stuff in because I'm just like,
it's funny. I love it.
That's who I am. Like you're gonna see all of me and my stupid stuff.
I remember whenever I messaged, one was Katie and the other one was also Amy, because they both had, I think at the time I messaged both of y'all. I think you were at 4,000 and I think Amy may have been at like 3,000 something. And I was like, there's no way they're going to talk to me, because I'm just this little booktuber. And with Amy, I had talked to her and I only had like 160 followers or something at that point. I was like, there's no way she's going to talk to me. So and she immediately responded. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Let's be friends and all this stuff. And I was like, wow. Wow. Like, okay. And then Katie was the same way. Actually, I think Katie messaged or commented on something of mine. You came into it live.
I think it was your TBR game.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah. And I was like, my little fangirl heart. Like, she knows who I am. It was so exciting. But all of that to say that you guys have also helped me to realize that like you can still have a bigger channel and you can still be like a person and people will still love you and you will still love them, and like that's a big deal. That's a big deal, because I think whenever I first started getting into BookTube and like watching it, all the ones that you really are recommended are the really big ones, right? Like I'm sure whenever we talk about like the massive booktubers, we all probably picture roughly the same people. And I'm like, I will never know who they are and they will never know who I am, and like, I like their stuff, but at the same time, it's just different. It's just different. So anyways, I don't really know where I was going with that. Just wanted to say it, I guess. It's getting late, guys. Sorry.
Jesus. She says, well, Seems on a thin line.
It's so funny because all I can think about is Yvette and I had a conversation where like I'm sending her something and she's like, you better keep that address next time you visit Arizona. And now she's probably like, you better delete that.
You better lose that address.
Forget it. Gone.
Friendship denied.
Oh my gosh. How funny. Okay. Yvette, I am dying. Yes, agreed. And she said, oh my gosh, I filmed once. I was such an idiot. Never saw the light of day.
Yvette, we're still waiting.
I know.
Still
I
waiting.
feel like
One day.
Still waiting.
I would
Yvette.
devour her videos.
Yeah. And
so
obviously
many people would. She's such a lovable person.
Yeah,
she's so
agreed.
witty and clever and lays it all on the table. You know exactly what she's thinking.
Yeah. Yvette, actually, what your channel should be is what you need to do is you need to find the people who have a different opinion of a book and you just need to roast them because it'd be so funny. And we would be okay if you did it to us. Like, absolutely, make it. I don't care. I could be the one that you talk about every channel. That's fine.
Roasting my friend's favorite books. That's how you start your
Actually,
channel.
please do not do that to me because I will probably cry.
Anna.
Do it to everybody else, just not me, okay?
Okay. Anna's like, I'll have a good time watching that. Just don't do mine.
Anna's like, I will be there. I'll support it. I'll give you people, but not myself.
Not me.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. Funny. You're honestly thinking I now have your address. I'm just saying.
Oh, funny.
Oh gosh. Yvette, you're
Maddie's talking about creepy clowns in the cornfield, and I'm like, great, you just gave Yvette ideas now.
Starts with Anna. She just ease into it.
I will cry. I will actively cry. This book is trash.
Wow.
Trash can.
Guys, this went off the rails.
It really did. Fun though.
It was. Okay, I don't even know how to end this thing, guys.
We have one day left of the readathon. Go read your books.
Go Hunter.
Get your books.
We're now at almost midnight, so you have 24 hours to get your stuff in. I know. And I think Hannah and I will probably figure out when to announce the winner. It'll be on Monday. My eyelashes keep sticking together. But it'll be on Monday for sure. We just don't know what time. But Hannah and I will make the announcement so everybody knows if Harold survived or not. So if you guys kill Harold, I hope you feel bad. So just saying. Such a fun evening. Thank you, ladies. No, Yvette, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. She did fuel a lot of the fire.
She fanned that like crazy. She's like, oh, it's going down a little bit. Let's just bring it back up.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it was good. It was worth it. It was great. She's like, I'm 34 now. I am going to just kick Sam in the pants, apparently, because except for Sam. I'm going to be 34 in January. Is this what I have to look forward to? Sam, be prepared. Because apparently when we turn 34, we get more feisty. I love it. Let's eat some turkey. Oh my goodness, Laura. Thank you for sprints. Have a wonderful rest of your night and weekend. You as well. You as well. Yes. So again, make sure you guys go get those books submitted. You have tomorrow to finish reading. It will end at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. Thank you, ladies. We have Jules. Make sure you guys are following Jules. Make sure you're following Katie. Make sure you're following Sam, and make sure you're following Hannah. And again, if you're going to follow them, make sure you also watch a video. You don't have to watch the whole thing if you're, pressed for time, but at least leave a comment or something. It'll help YouTube know that you're not a bot and that you do in fact want to be there. So, in a whole lot of awesomeness. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all for being here and for putting up with our shenanigans. So we will see you guys the next time. And thank you, ladies, again for being here. So bye, guys.
Bye.